All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to the show. So, all right, let's see. Let's wait for it to catch up. So I took a bunch of notes for this, but
I don't know how long notes or how far notes are gonna get us. We usually go on, write down notes, and then we just go completely off script.
So I took a bunch of notes and then I lost all my notes.
I'm trying to figure out if I should have this thing playing on in the background.
Oh yeah, you could have it like muted playing.
Is there a way to cancel out the videos so I don't use any?
You just pause it.
You just pause. Okay, then we just then the chats will still be the chats.
Yeah.
Okay, yo. What up, Chompy? I don't know. I'm just gonna pick on random
Chompy?
people.
Is that you trying to say chat?
No, it's some dude in the chat. I'm just picking on random people. Just
Chompy Champa.
Chompy. I'm gonna pick on you. Yo, what's good? What's wrong with you? You too, Scoodle.
All right. So yeah, guys. So I be preparing for this. All right. I took so many notes. I had a whole Word document. Okay, it's not a Word document. It was a WordPad document, bro. My computer turned off.
What do you mean it turned off? Like it died?
Like the power, something went wrong with the power, but I have it on backup, but then I plugged it into the wrong socket, so I lost all my notes.
Wait, so like your supercomputer just went kablooey?
Yeah, I mean it's good. Like the power goes out sometimes.
Yeah.
So in the surge protector, there's the one where it has backup power and then it doesn't. But I ran out of ports in the normal one, so.
Oh, so your computer just ran out of power.
Ran out of power, but I took so many notes. I'm like,
yeah, that okay. So like, there's got to be at least like 20% of those notes in your head.
I have it in my head, but
this is exactly what I mean. But we're going to go off script. We wrote a script, and now we do not have a script anymore. So
why'd you stop using your outro? What do you mean it's 8 a.m., bro? It's like 12 p.m. in Australia or something. We are feeling extreme. Nah, bro, who cares about extreme? We're here to talk. Okay, so the title, what I've titled this stream is, I'm gonna ask you what you. I can't even see the camera. I'm gonna ask you what you think about this, right?
This morning. Sorry.
What? I mean, it looks like dusk to you. How come it's always the same time when I look at your screen?
For me?
Look at you. It's like the sun's always just about to rise.
Cause I don't even know what I look like right now. In case
I'll show you.
I have no visual on what I look. Okay.
Maybe you should scoot a bit to the left.
It almost looks like the sun that never rises. Like the background is just like.
No, it's the real window behind us.
Yeah, it's just like. It's the nightlife, baby.
Someone said I'm high, bro. I'm not high.
What? Out of all the people, the one guy who's like, no. Anyways.
Okay, so
go back to the topic.
I titled the stream, Did Heath Meet Paradox, Raikou, and Entei?
Oh, that was the thing. I saw that thing floating around, but I was like, I'm not even going to participate in this. I don't know what that was, but.
Okay, so there's no new information. It's just people speculating, right?
We're all talking about the same, like that weird picture of
the Brontosaurus.
The giraffe Raikou. Giraffe Raikou.
Can I do this?
All right. So
oh my God,
the
dude,
Raikou.
Okay,
so
there's no information.
Right now, the whole idea
is that he just saw some amalgamated three.
And then when you look at
the real version, it looks like this. But do you see any? Let me see if you can figure this out. Do you see any problems with this idea?
Problems with the idea from what
So
angle?
I'll give you the
3
points,
points, okay?
One, Heath created a fantastical design with his team. Right?
Okay, when you say fantastic, you mean like some fantasy thing, right? I still don't know the word fantastical.
Fantastical, it's completely made up.
Okay.
So like he saw the Scream tail and he's like, hey yo, team, like let's just imagine they got high in Herba Mystica, right? They made it up because they're like, bro, maybe something like this exists. I don't care. Like they're just super high or just high off the trip.
You gotta say that again. Some guy says in the chat. I'm just laughing at something. I'm gonna look wait for the chat.
What did he say, man?
I forgot.
Guys, you're screwing him up, man. Don't talk.
I forgot. I just saw someone say something. Just I started laughing. Now I don't even remember what it was. I'm just like,
everyone, stop chatting.
Yeah. So like, I put the laptop down. I'll pick it up. We'll look into the chats in a bit. We'll step back into the chat. You stare at the chats. I'll blah blah.
Someone said we eating when you post. Hey yo. Okay, listen.
Enjoy your breakfast.
I'm gonna show you this.
Okay, so ignore this dumbass here, right? So the dude on the left, here's the 3 points.
Do you still believe in the
Pico?
Do you?
Me?
Someone asked.
Do I
still believe in him?
I've been believing in him.
You do? Yeah.
I believe in him still.
That's a good luck shot.
It's a good luck
shot.
I thought it was my shirt. Actually, I have my Pico Gold shirt, but I didn't wear it.
Yeah. I saw an old picture where you were wearing it.
Yeah.
A
recent picture.
Okay, so
here's 3 points, right? You guys in the chat can think about this too if you didn't watch my video. Frick.
So point number one, right? Heath created a Pokemon completely made up, right?
Which is team. Yeah.
That's fantastical.
Right.
Okay.
Point number two. The real version looks like this. Somehow. And he's got some details right. Like, you see these spikes?
Yeah.
So these spikes are legit. And then also his crown, right? If we look at what normal Suicune looks like. Yeah, so does he?
He does, but it's not like...
Yeah, so it's flat. It's not sharp.
It looks like someone made Play-Doh in that one. Not that one.
This?
No. Just the actual Scarlet Violet one looks like made Play-Doh.
That's just like Scarlet Violet looks.
But and then the backlight maybe? Anyhow, like, he got some details right. So how can you say he made it up?
Yeah, but sorry.
Wait,
go when I switch screens. Hold up.
You
see if it's fixed now. Okay, go.
He got some things right, but some things wrong. For example, that image, the ribbon is still there.
Which is wrong.
Which is wrong, but he's got tails now, right?
That's interesting you pointed out. Yeah. Okay, so the 3 points that I need you to think about is, 1, he made a Pokemon design with this team. Mm-hmm. 2, the Pokemon actually exists, but it looks nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you the 3rd point. Let's see if it clicks in for you. This Pokemon is called Walking Wake.
Nothing is clicked to be Walking Wake. It's usually something just right.
So yeah, you got to think outside.
Outside? Outside of what? Outside of Pokemon?
Think outside. Just ignore the fact that I said Walking Wake, but think about the fact that why else would I be telling you he's called Walking Wake? What other reason do you think I could have?
You're gonna completely lose me on this. Like,
okay, listen.
Walking Wake has what to do.
All right, I'm gonna
walking and he's awake.
Okay, so
the dogs were asleep at some point.
So he's Walking Wake, right? How do they describe
Walking Wake? Sleepwalking? Trying to figure it out. I'd go to the chats and be like, somebody help me. The chats would be super helpful for that, because I'm the one who's clueless. For the record, I'm the one who knows nothing about like the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
so if people if the chats help me out, that'd be some cheat code stuff. It'd be helpful, but I can't even read it.
Okay, so look, he saw Donphan, right? And in his actual description, he says, "Oh, he didn't murder. He beat us up with his great tusks," right?
Okay.
So that's why they call him Great Tusk. You imagine he did something like that for Slitherwing, Brute Bonnet, Screamtail, which makes sense. It's got a giant tail on its forehead. It screams at people. Flutter Mane, its little ribbons, they flutter and floats. Sandy Shocks.
Yvonne from One Piece. Sorry.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Sandy Shocks. I don't even know. Like, the sand is, maybe they're talking about this. And then Roaring Moon, he probably was like, oh, flying. Winged King. I don't even know how he saw Koraidon. Like, there's no if he saw Miraidon, right? We literally know Turo only because you played Violet. We only know Turo pulled out 2. So where did he even see this original one, like a 3rd one?
What you saying in the same timeline he saw both Miraidon and Koraidon?
No. He only saw one. But then he saw the Iron Serpent.
Yeah.
And then we literally have proof Turo only pulled out 2 just now. So I don't know, it's crazy. But for some reason, it sounds like he crowned Koraidon and Miraidon like the kings, because he put them on the covers of the book.
Yeah.
And we also know they're the strongest. But okay.
I wonder if he knew something more to it, where he's just like, yeah, they're definitely the crown, or if he's just like, I always go back to that photo of the Pringles guy shaking hands with Heath, and he's got a Cyclizar with him.
Yeah.
So just
like, see, that's one thing for the dream. There's a couple things for the dream theory, right? Mm-hmm. Which is, one, remember the picture of the Curlia? Remember the Curlia is in one of the photos?
Yeah.
So it's always these same recurring Pokemon. So if you think that he just met a dream Pokemon that's making... If you imagine that he went into Area Zero, then came out and wrote a bunch of lies, one of them would be, since he knows a Curlia, he would make up like, oh, there's a fused version of their evolutions, right? And his partner Pokemon is Cyclizar, so mentally, why wouldn't he say there's a Super Cyclizar? He's on the cover of the book.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, so I don't like the dream theory though. I think the dream theory would suck. I recorded another video with a couple other ideas to how the paradoxes could exist, but I'll get that in a second. Frick, what does someone just say?
Someone said something? Yeah, if anybody says anything in super chats or some chats, or even if it's a good...
Bro, Shakti, get out of here. Last Dono, I'm sorry, who is the guy under Tito? Someone's under me? Oh, literally under, yeah.
Me?
It's Cray. Listen,
I'm under you.
I'm
the
layout.
underling.
No. In the layout, you're under me. So let me. I'll tell it to you. How does Walking Wake have a name?
These are all like high questions to like.
No. Think as simply as possible. The trailer came out introducing Walking Wake T-Rex Suicune. Why does he have a name?
Because Heath named him that. Watch how dumb I look in this.
You've given the exact right answer. Now think about what you just said.
Because I'm just gonna answer everything in a dumb way, and hopefully it turns out better. But yeah, Heath named him that.
So think about what you just said.
Heath named him that, which means he's seen him.
So if he's seen him, what's this fake? Why do you have to make up a There's proof. Now, obviously, they would have to we know Heath named them, unless it turns out someone else named them. But we can't go into that. Okay, we can only go off the facts right now.
So wait, so if I don't, I think I understand. He's already named it Walking Wake, which means you're basically saying what is the purpose of?
Which means he met it. Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, let's pretend even in reverse. He drew this art and then he sees that and he goes walking. He's already seen it. So then at that point you scrunch up this.
Yeah. So it's like this art is not a misunderstanding of Walking Wake. This is just.
So there is some lying.
Okay. Well, what do you mean lying in what sense?
Well, okay. So you hear what I just said. So imagine he drew this out with his friend, with his people, fantastical, and then he's just like, I've now finished my work. Wait, what is that? And then he sees that. He goes, that's not what? And then that's just he sees Walking Wake. So then now he's just like scrunching up the paper because why would it be in the book? It has no purpose to being in the book anymore. I drew it. I seen the real deal. This doesn't exist. I scratch it up. I throw it in the book, right?
Yeah.
So what were you trying to say again?
I was saying, why does this even exist? If he doesn't have to use his imagination. We already know a Suicune.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I think I was just tying back to like it.
So you're saying maybe it was a scrapped page?
It should have been a scrapped page.
The thing is, he published the book, so he put that page in there.
Yeah. So think about it. Like, so the question is, did he see it first and then he drew it, or did he draw it and then he see it?
No, I don't. That he would have to be like have godly coincidence powers because he's described at least some features right, like the spikes, right?
So the question again I'm asking is, do we because I don't know this, you guys may know this, do we know that he drew that first?
We don't know.
Because the way that I see
we don't know any information.
The way that I see, if I'm putting stuff together, he's seen Walking Wake and he's named it Walking Wake.
Yeah.
But it's like he co-signed that artwork to stay in that book, no?
Yeah, pretty much. So this is my idea, right? Because no one's like, there's no confirmation. You just have to think and you realize Heath met Walking Wake because he's the only one who names them.
Yeah.
So if Heath, this is what I think. And there's one whole other theory, which you already somehow pointed out. My idea is that Heath met Walking Wake and he named it. He met an ancient Raikou and he met an ancient Suicune. And he wrote about it in the book. The book, either the pages...
Oh, you mean ancient? You mean like the original Suicune?
A dinosaur. Like, if there's a dinosaur Suicune, we imagine this was what Suicune was hundreds of millions of years ago. And then he evolved to be this weird, like, serene dude walking on the water. Maybe all three of the dogs...
Are dinosaurs?
Are dinosaurs, right? But maybe he met all three of them. And... let's just say there's a dragon trio in this game. And then he came back to the surf and he's super high off the adventure. And he's like, bro, team, that was so sick. Imagine they were all fused. And so he made up a Pokemon, but he already met the three in the first place. Now, why they're not in the book, either they are in the book and the game just doesn't let you see those pages, or like him meeting Walking Wake and all, maybe it was while he was like kind of entranced. So maybe he has pages calling it Walking Wake, but they're like lost in Area Zero.
You don't think there's even the slightest possibility that, like, I'm almost gonna fight for Heath here, but you don't think there's a possibility that like, he maybe saw the three dinosaur versions and then he kind of got excited whether he drew it or not, but you don't think maybe do you think there's any reason to believe there's a possibility? Let's humor the idea that there's three dinosaur versions of the dogs.
Okay, yeah.
Could they fuse?
No, bro. I want them to, but Pokemon, they don't do that.
But then Kyurem fused.
But because Kyurem's the ultimate mascot, bro. Right now, Suicune is a terror distribution, bro. Right now, it looks like they're giving no effort to these guys. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is because the other reason I think there should be a Raikou and Entei is because of these guys. So they're slowly building the Pokemon world. So they're like,
Oh, this you gotta be completely lost. Side note, I know nothing of Galar. I know nothing.
You don't know these guys?
I've seen glimpses of them, but I have not played. Like the last I played was Sun and Moon, and then I played Scarlet and Violet, which was great.
Did you hate Sun and Moon? It turned you off. You stopped playing forever.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Bro,
This
I'll
is
tell you,
so
Ultra Sun
weird.
Moon's actually good, man.
Ultra is it?
Because
these guys are from.
These guys are from Galar. So for some reason, if you go to Galar, Zapdos is an ostrich. I know you've seen these. He's fighting. He's dark and he's psychic, and they have signature moves. So his signature move's Thunder's Kick. It's a fighting move, but it can. Oh, but it just has Thunder in the title. His is like Dark Glare or something. His is Freezing Glare. They're not like ice themed or anything. Actually,
So bizarre.
I think his flinches or something. But one idea for how these guys came to be is you see in the opening cutscene when you first meet them. Not that it's that exciting. Like you meet them for a second and then you just find them in random places.
Okay.
They're eating these they're eating these fruits. So one idea of how these guys came to be is the Zapdos, a normal Zapdos a normal one of these three would come here during vacation days. Like let's say there's multiple versions of this set. And when they eat the fruits over time, they turned into these. I'm thinking.
So you're basically saying, like, let's say, like, I'm a regular Zapdos, and I just come here, and then, like, I eat it, and I like
You
it.
eat it, you go on the diet for, like, I would imagine you have to go on the diet for, like, 100 years or something.
It was like a 1 year diet, and now I can't fly.
But, yeah, so what they've done, and then they also introduced 2 new Reggies, right? So now that we have, like, a bunch of established... You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
You just haven't played Galar, so it's weird.
There's, like, a Reggie Thunder, isn't there?
It's Regieleki.
Oh, Lord. Regieleki.
So they're revisiting all these...
What nonsense is this? Just being, like... Again, I see this from afar, so when I see it up close, I'm like, what is... Wow.
This ain't
Can everyone else see that GIF?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so that everyone else could see why I'm wowing. What is going on there? The other 3 in the back are like, what the heck?
So yeah, they're building the world of Pokemon. Now that we have like a bunch of established regions, they can go back and add more spice into... This guy's laughing at something.
I'm like, what is that? Doesn't that... I'm so sorry. Like, for everyone else who's... Doesn't that look like a the Reggie, the magenta Reggie? Oh my God.
This guy?
Yeah, like, what up with the Charizard Mawile?
Yeah, you figured it out.
It's
When
Charizard
Regigigas made him, he's a Dragon Reggie. When Regigigas made him, it looks like he took power. Like, it looks like a Charizard
No,
head.
it's a Charizard.
So what does that mean about Charizard? Like, the man is like it's almost like ancient Charizard is like a top tier dragon that he based a Reggie off it. And they have to go seal these guys away because they're too strong.
Yeah, like, that is so bizarre to me that there's like, if this guy closed up, and he was just on the floor, he'd be a Charizard mouth. Sorry,
That's sick you
so
pointed
weird.
out. He's for some reason, of all the ones they could have picked. Look at this. Oh, I'll read some of them. Look at this. That's when he's using his signature move. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's almost like a ghost Charizard. There's no other Pokemon that it's trying to resemble. It's literally being
It's
a Charizard.
Charizard, yeah.
That'd be so cool to think in the primal.
Okay, so pretty much like, so they're adding a, what the heck? Oh, that would have been kind of cool, a Gigantamax.
That was cool.
So pretty much like they're adding flavor to all their regions. So they added some flavor to the Reggies, to the birds. So now, the reason I think all 3 of them should get it is because they're they're revisiting the second gen legendaries. So they would give them upgraded forms. And if you look at their stats are almost the same. Like they didn't buff their stats up to 630 like I wanted. So
Yeah, no, continue.
they're essentially just form changes.
Mm-hmm.
So it fits the foot, the freaking shoe, that they're just revisiting the forms. But okay, someone said, I think different members saw Raikou and different members saw Entei, and they drew what each member saw.
Oh, and they try to put their heads together. You know what? That is an interesting thing.
That's a good idea.
What if there were 3 divisions, and they all kind of set out an excavation? They all saw bits and pieces of it, and then they're just like, they all think they saw the same thing. Like, imagine they get back to camp, and they're like, yo, I saw some dinosaur guy. You saw some dinosaur guy? I saw some dinosaur guy. And then everyone's like, all right, guys, 3 of us get in the thing. We're like, let's just try to sketch what we thought we saw. And really, it's like,
So one guy only saw the legs and maybe...
but 3 groups saw 3 different kinds.
But they thought they saw the
But
same.
they thought they saw the same. So when they just started to draw it over, they're like, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I think that's what it looked like, yeah.
That'll pass. we'll get a lot of sales with
This
this.
is a good idea, man.
That's not a bad idea. That was a pretty good one.
But like, so to me, the smoking gun is that, like, it's not like Sadan Turo just named it Iron Leaves and Walking Wake. Like that's those names are from Heath's book. They're just paying homage by not really switching it.
Yeah.
By not giving it an updated name. Someone says, "Do you think Raikou Entei and Walking Wake could be a new fusion form just like Kiram?"
See, that's what I was like. Again, that's what I was thinking. Is it possible that they could be? Maybe you think they were like one group at one point?
You think the Pokemon were fused and then they got separated? That's
Yeah.
possible. I mean, if they're all dinosaurs, if it turns out.
I don't know. Like, okay, so look at the picture you see here, right?
Yeah.
They look at Walking Wake. If I told you, if suddenly I dropped a trailer saying at one point they were combined and they were like this, and then they got stripped into 3 and they were weakened, doesn't Walking Wake look like a weaker version of
He's
this guy?
weakened and it added the dragon type, and if you perfect it, it turns into the modern Suicune.
Maybe.
Because these guys, the thing is, the whole in my theory that Heath or his team, or let's say one idea, Heath saw all 3 and wrote about it in his book and then just made up a fused version, or his team saw 3 ones and they combined it to one. The problem with that is he doesn't have features of he doesn't really have features of the dinosaur. Like that ribbon tail.
That's true. There's the ribbon tail. There's no features here of the dinosaur.
Yeah, aside from maybe the fangs, but I think that Raikou has that.
I think that's actually Entei's mouth.
Entei's mouth. Okay, this is Raikou's leg, Suicune's mane, someone's spikes. So that's the only hole in my idea.
Yeah, so imagine what I said, that they actually wore one big unit at some point. When you look at that looks like a very hefty, like complete filled up Pokemon, right? And then the idea of that split. When I look at that, and when I look at Walking Wake, it almost looks like he looks like a fraction.
He does look like a fraction. He just looks like he's
skinny.
It's almost like you take him out from this and he gets this dragon form.
Yeah, and he's just running around like this, and he's just skinnier, dragony dude, and you're like, you fuse him back, and he becomes this more majestic, big, bulky. Like, you see that? That kind of looks like I still need the rest of my pieces.
It does. Look at his
just
tail,
running around like that. Then you have like another Raikou who's like dinosaur, and then you have an Entei who's dinosaur, and then you fuse them all, and then they go boom. I'm this big, like, and at that point, who knows? Maybe it's like quadruple the size of what it is now, and it's just like.
But okay, so
I like that from a design standpoint.
Which one from a design standpoint?
The idea of like, because that it used to be one bigger one and it's split, because if it's split, okay, let's be a bit more practical here. What business is there having purple stuff on his head?
The red spikes?
No, like all this purple stuff.
Yeah, so the purple stuff is normal Suicune's cape or whatever that is.
Fine. But like it looks like it almost looks like some of these things are like, if we were to go back to the original, it's almost like when the original split into 3, just random features want a random Pokemon.
Exactly. Yeah. It sounds like
that. Looks like something more that's belonged to Entei.
Yeah, it does. All right, let's see what people are saying.
Yeah.
Love the theories. Buy yourself some Tims. Tims or Timmies? Frick. Imagine if the Pokemon world resets after Gen 10. It starts again for Gen 11 at 151. Nah, bro, that's never happening. This is the problem with, like, of course
I'll take your offer. Sorry.
I don't. Oh, he got the Timmies.
I that quick.
Thanks, guys. Okay,
Thanks,
so
man, you just made my day.
The problem with there being the idea that there'd be a fused form is Pokemon Game Freak is not doing that. Like, Game Freak too lazy to, or Game Freak knows we can't introduce too much in a gen. Like, we can't sit here making all these Pokemon. We can only do a specific amount. So
you gotta wait 4 more years for the next.
Pretty much. So, for example, what if our idea is real? Then there'd be a Paradox Suicune, Raikou, Entei fused, Virizion, Cobalion, Otheron fused. So that's 8 Pokemon. There's no way. Right now, it's almost believable that it's only Walking Wake and Iron Leaf.
That's actually a good point. If you're thinking about this from a game design standpoint, what incentive does Game Freak have to say we're gonna create a lore with 2 fusion Pokemon? Because what you just said, you would have to have 6 Pokemon involved in it, right?
8, yeah.
8?
If you include the fused ones, but if not,
oh
then
yeah,
6.
But I'm saying, like, you have to have the 3 Cabali, the on Pokemon. You'd have to have 6 Pokemon that you have to design work together. There's no incentive that Game Freak has to do that.
Yeah. But they got it kind of close because in Gen 8 we had Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, 2, and Regis. That's 5 Pokemon. So the closest is just giving the other 2 their forms, but not a fused form. Mm-hmm. On that note, so when Koo said that this is not what Suicune look like this one, the one on the left, let me see if I can pull it up. He he pretty much. Let me see if I can.
Man, I wonder what it feels like to be like. I know nothing about like the coup stuff. I just wonder what it feels like just to.
Yeah, my keyboard's like dead.
Questions, from an outsider, for me, like do you know or do you not?
He knows
know?
everything. You know that.
Like, how much are you describing based off of what you know? Like, does he know only 10%, but he describes it in a way where it looks like he knows everything? Like, that stuff is so mysteriously. It's so cool. It's literally like if I worked in my favorite gaming company and I knew what was going on.
That'd be sick, man. I would legit. I wouldn't tell you guys if I am, but I would get a job at Game Freak, and I would like.
See, I would do that with Santa Monica if I could. I'd do that. If people don't know the people that made God of War.
I'd quit YouTube for a job at Game Freak. You know, I'd just sit there.
I'd stop everything. Give me 1 year at Santa Monica. I'd stop my career, my work temporarily.
I would. Yeah, that's
you kind of have to think about your career a bit more. You have YouTubers.
Not these guys.
Carlo
Bargado. Was that a Pokemon currency? God, why is it a super chat? Look,
I thought that was Munching Orange's real name.
His name is Eugene. No, it's Ariel. I gave this man the name. Eugene.
I can't even take out my glasses.
Eugene. How do you do a Spanish accent? Eugene? No, that's Indian.
I don't know what. Yeah, exactly. Hold
Eugene.
Up. This guy. I'm like, yo, this guy's name is Eugene. You made give him a fake name. And Mojo, I wish he was in the comments right now going, yo, what the heck, man? You just gave me a fake name, Eugene. Okay.
Bro, so it got deleted, man. I can show you a low quality image, but what's the freaking point? I'll show you what Ku tweeted. I mean, like,
wow. So you just go. Did you see those pictures down there of the dogs? Don't they look so like small?
They look like babies.
They look like
give me my treat. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's about to get. It's like you're gonna give boss the treat.
Okay, hold up. Man, yo,
wow, that's sweet. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. They can see this photo.
No, yeah, they can see it now.
You guys, that Suicune looks like a baby dinosaur like weenie.
No, this Suicune they messed. It looks like a giraffe or something.
He just looks way weaker. Like now I'm almost like, okay, that looks like the.
I mean, technically, the dinosaur one is stronger. Just by a bit. Because he's like 580. The dinosaur would be 590. Okay, so look. There's some, like, I can't... So here's one thing who said. And this is November 9th. So around the time the game got leaked. Like, when it was released, like, through the leaks. Well, they erased Suicune and Virizian's data. But that doesn't mean that you can't see them in-game. So that means right before the games came out, last minute they erased them. As soon as I read that, I knew that they were about to have like if it was that easy to erase them, that means their role wasn't important in the first place. That's why they ended up being terror raised.
So you think regardless of if they like fully executed their plan, there was never really a good. You're saying regardless of like this execution or what their original execution was, it wasn't going to be a big rollout.
It could have been, but the fact that it could have been, but it was leaning more that it wasn't. Man, I had the tweet. Bro, like how these like. Here, listen. Like this image is so.
I keep thinking, quality. Oh god!
Like what the frick? Like how is someone supposed to work with an image this small?
Every time I look at that top right guy, I think he's the Digimon guy from the gen I used to watch.
That does look like Digimon. Okay, so this is what Ku did, right? Sorry guys, I know the photo's small.
Digimon.
I don't want to go on his account like he be saying some mad stuff. This is what he did like a few days before the Pokemon Presents.
Yeah.
Look at that freaking pigeon.
Pidgey just flew.
What if that's what Raikou is like? He's a flying pterodactyl. Listen, so
imagine Entei was flying.
Nah, bro. What if he didn't have wings? He just floated around.
He's just like,
you're like Miraidon.
You just look at a distance. He's just like,
he's coming.
What's going on with this guy?
This is what Ku tweeted. He said about you want to know what shape Paradox Suicune is, and whenever he says Suicune and Virizion, you imagine it's like 80% Suicune with 10% Entei Raikou features. You never actually thought he meant it's just a Suicune.
Yeah.
But he tweeted this a long time ago. And then recently, before the direct, he said it's one of these 4 bodies that Suicune has.
Oh, interesting. And he canceled
out the one it should have been.
That's crazy because like if I'm just playing the timeline, if I'm with you guys when that event happens, your first thing is like, wait,
which one would you have thought it was then?
If I was back there, I would have took the Tyro Gout.
Ew, that's the one I knew it wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I would have X'd him out.
Oh, you X'd them. So which one do you think it would have been?
Whoa, I thought it was gonna be him?
Yeah, F that, man.
No, what the heck? I thought honestly, if
it's one of these two, obviously. But which one?
I would have took the top right.
See, I was thinking the top right too, and I said that in my video. And then I saw a couple people who tweeted me who said, "Bro, what if it's the top right and the actual way this thing looks is it even has Ho-Oh wings?"
Yeah, that would have been really cool. Like
Frick, man.
Like even more going like a continuation of Majestic. That's what threw me off. Like a lot of people love the design for Walking Wake, but I'm like, he just went completely the opposite of
he
Majestic.
went the opposite. And it works because if he had slight Ho-Oh features too, this also has a fourth member. You know, Keldeo, right?
Wait, so just going back, do we know if there's any significance to you know how there's Pokemon Silver and Gold?
Yeah,
there's Crystal, right?
Crystal.
And
I don't
Crystal,
even know what happens. That's Eugene. Eugene's chasing Suicune.
Who's Eugene?
Please tell me his name's Eugene.
Is that Mojo?
You think Mojo's in Pokemon Crystal?
No, I thought you tried to make some joke like Mojo's playing Pokemon Crystal right now.
Nah, you know him, bro. So this guy, he's chasing Suicune in that game.
That guy, Eugene's a guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And then like both Ho and Lugia are level 60 instead.
So what I was saying is like, do we know if there's any significance to like there's a Clear Bell?
Guys, what is that about? Why is there?
I'm trying to say, is there something special to Suicune compared to the other two? Because there's a whole game made for him. Like think about it. In all the other games, right? You know, like they go like you have there's three legendaries, right?
Yeah.
So it's Groudon, Suicune, Groudon, Kyogre, and then Rayquaza, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why Lugia, Ho-Oh, and then Suicune?
They just didn't have their third version stuff established then.
Yeah, but like any significant you need a bell to find him, or he doesn't come to you.
They just made that up, bro.
Okay, so I was just trying to see if there's any significance going back to this guy.
So like I don't. But like
this guy don't look like he have a clear bell.
That's true. Like I was thinking maybe Verazion's technically the top dog, but they just picked a random one of each, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably random of each.
Someone said something funny. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Imagine if Pokemon resets. Okay.
That's very likely. If you notice the behavior, the way Pokemon's doing it, don't you notice like every gen they'll like put an idea where it's like they have to do it, and then another idea. There's megas, and then there's primal version, and then there's this, and then there's that. It almost looks like they're searching for like a good grounds to be like, perfect, reboot, and then just like reboot the whole show. They're just looking for something.
Damn, you think they'd reboot it? I don't know, man.
With all this nonsense going on,
it depends what makes them more money. If they have to reboot it or not.
I feel like taking Ash out of the anime and then like like that's part of their reboot plan.
The anime reboot, yeah, because now they can actually make proper stories. Like you can have like a 40 episode anime and it's like Full Metal Alchemist, you know?
Oh, for sure. Because imagine, okay, so we may be, I think we're going off topic here, but do you think in the new anime, Turo and those guys are in the anime? Isn't it in every game like the characters are in the anime?
Kind of. There's a trailer for the anime. I'll show you in a second.
Okay, tell me. Okay, so you guys probably watched it, but if I right now
what the frick happened to my face cam? Oh, did I die? All right, let's put it on you. I'll fix it. What'd you say?
Hi guys, the camera's on me.
It's on you.
What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Something about the anime.
The anime, something about Toro being there.
Oh, if I was just like casually just on YouTube and then I just saw like a season trailer for Pokemon, like the new anime, and then all of a sudden they're showing a trailer and it's like, oh, there's no Ash. Wait, is that Turo? I'd be pretty excited because then now I know like they're gonna explain that this will be like the first, you get a little info from the game and now there's a show that's gonna like maybe give you that'd be like watching Pokemon in a new way that you've never watched before.
Yeah, because now anything can happen.
Now you're actually watching it like an anime.
It doesn't have to like keep resetting till Ash. Like you characters can die.
Yeah, but like it would be more centric around like this mystery story of like the future and the past. Like I think Pokemon would leave from being like a weird novelty gym leader story to like an actual anime. It'd be like watching Naruto.
Yeah, anything can happen. Like a plot twist could come where you find out like the main character is some important character, but you can't do that with Ash because Ash's character is established. You got to keep fitting him into these new like SpongeBob episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
So with this, like, there could be plot twists where like you find out at the last episode 60, that the main character, like I don't know, she doesn't actually exist or something, But you can't do those kind of plot twists with Ash. Bro, I might have to install the heatsink on this camera.
Right now, right. This is it.
Because I overheated for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You just read the chat.
I'm gonna read what the chats are saying. We're just trying to get some camera stuff. One of our cameras went kablooey, so now you guys have to stare at me and be like, "What the heck's going on?"
I mean, I'm alive again, but I suspect it's gonna, like, I put the camera's back on me, like, but I just suspect that I have to install this. See if anyone said anything.
People said stuff. You want the laptop to go to your chats?
No, you read it to me.
Not because like so some. You should check the chats out.
What, this is something really mean? You don't want to say it?
Nah.
I imagine future knows past iron knows.
Like
You know they're making fun of me, right?
hold up. I might be in.
Cause my nose. Buy a Pokeball for Decidueye.
Yeah, like
You're looking at me like something important was said. Little theory. Ku mentioned that Mega Evolution was the odd one out of the four.
no, sorry. Like I think you guys are like wondering what the heck I'm doing. I'm just looking at it. I'm going back and forth between the chats. I'm like, shout out to the people that just like shout out to the guy that gave us a Pokeball for the Decidueye. I'm like I'm kind of like just like watching the chats and kind of just thankful for people just commenting. I'm weird. Sorry. Anyways. People are just making fun of me. Someone's like, "Hey, Cray, how are you? Doing not too shabby. I'm supposed to be."
Guys, blow this man's mind. Yo, guys, chat. What is the game? We'll get to Pokemon in a sec. I'm sorry. What is the fighting game that we play the most?
That we play the most? Is this supposed to be like? There's a lot of.
No, just think. Just say the first thing we want.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z what?
Is this like when
Dragon
we're
Ball
like?
Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah.
Chat, tell them. Tell them, chat.
I
Read the chat right now.
Smash Bros.
Nah, I have Smash Bros, bro.
Nah, I'll destroy you guys in Tenkaichi 3 if this is a conversation about that.
He'll destroy Smash Bros too. I'm doing
I'll destroy you guys in Tenkaichi 3. I was the best at Tenkaichi 3. You know how good I was at that? You know how miserable I was? I never did anything with that damn game.
I know.
They did nothing with that damn game.
And they made burst limit and stuff. We tried buying it. It was ass, man.
Oh my god, burst limit. I traded that game and then introducing ultimate. Wait. Yeah. They joking around, right?
Should I tell you? I can't see chat right now.
They're typing like something like I'm about to. Can I go on YouTube and check this?
We'll check. I mean, yeah, you gotta.
Wait,
check.
you guys are lying. You know that's like top like.
That's proof for living in a simulation.
That's like simulation. That'd be simulation fan stuff because like Tenkaichi 3 is like top like 3 combat game for me.
What's the other one? Day Reckoning.
No,
that's not a combat. Like Tenkaichi, you can actually like use skill. Day Reckoning, I don't even know, bro. Like
I was so okay. You remember how much me and the guys used to play Tenkaichi? We throw down.
Yeah, but Tenkaichi's the game.
Sorry, we're doing some camera setting up stuff, so you guys are gonna have to like deal with some of us kind of talking about like random stuff. But, is this like for real? Is there really like a Tenkaichi 4?
It's not Pokemon, so I'm not gonna put it on the big screen. But just it's like a 15-second teaser or like a 5-second teaser. Watch it.
Wait, I'm gonna just play this.
Play it on your own laptop. Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Well, you guys just wait.
Think I'll call myself chat?
You know. This could if we had this on screen, I could have reacted to this even though it has nothing to do with Pokemon.
Thing is, like, these suckers gonna be like, "This ain't Pokemon.
This is not Pokemon. Sorry, guys. Just let us." That's the only time you're gonna hear my voice ever go high like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that ever again.
I'm surprised that I got it to do that without cracking. Hold up. I hope this is like the. What the heck?
Let's see if you frick. Salaba. We're coming back, guys. I'm sorry. Give me a sec.
We're coming back.
I'm putting a heat sink on my camera because it overheats.
Wait, I'm going crazy on this. Yeah.
Let's see if you notice that the.
Oh, hold up. Is he going to? Wait.
You think still work, shot? It's thermal tape, and about a copper heat sink. I'm gonna stick it on the back of my camera, and maybe I'll stop overheating.
Hold up.
So you saw the end, right?
Hold up.
I never watched the trailer. I just saw the image of it. But you see what happens at the end, right? Not something specific happening, but just tell me what you think.
I just seen him turn blue.
Oh, they turned blue? The only screenshot I saw is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which means they're like Super Saiyan 4 doesn't exist anymore.
No, so I saw where did this get revealed? There's no E3.
It got just dropped out of nowhere. They call it a shadow drop. Right? They just revealed it one day, like yesterday.
So what did you guys see? What did I see? Because all I saw right now was like, it's like a.
Would you watch something else?
I don't know if I watched something else. What they were just showing is like a retro TV.
Yeah.
And they're showing the original Tenkaichi being played.
Oh yeah, so they actually compared to those graphics? Cause I didn't watch it. I just heard it.
Okay, that was just a trailer. They were showing it, and then they just showed Goku and like turning Super Saiyan 4. Anyways, is there a Tenkaichi 4?
It's Tenkaichi 4, unless they call it something else. But it's not Ultimate Tenkaichi. Like they're actually trying to get back to like the specifics.
Yo, all I'll say is this: like, if you guys want to talk about that more, like after we'll talk about it more. If they're making a new one, I don't even know. I can't even show the excitement because we're on Pokemon. I'm supposed to be. I'd be going crazy over that right now. But if they're making a new one, that's like god tier.
It is, yeah.
All I'm asking is please make it somewhat similar to like the previous one. I don't like when the combat goes off. Just we're gonna get back on that topic later.
So someone says
that's crazy though.
Someone says Teal Mask DLC has Super Sentai Power Ranger inspired characters, so it's possible to have Megas. Nah, what do you mean Teal Mask?
Okay, yeah, we'll get back to the Pokemon stuff.
I think they're talking about something else. But let's get past. I'll get to that in a sec. So Walking Wake here, I think.
Did you get the camera back on?
Yeah, I put it. I don't know if you could see.
You back?
I put the heatsink on there.
That's dope. But are you back?
Yeah.
Just in case, because I don't want them staring at me the whole time. I felt like
No, it's back.
Anymore, and I was gonna have to do like a weird dance move. I can't dance. All right, so let's see what they're saying. Anybody like?
We are here for Pokemon, not Dragon Ball Z. Hey, shut up, man. Have you heard about Elden Ring DLC? Listen.
Guys, don't talk about Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna go off topic. I'm gonna get all excited.
Black and White. Okay, so someone said Black and White were meant to be reboots of the games. That's true. It kind of was.
That's what I was saying earlier. Time after time, they do these little measures that they're attempting to reboot.
Gen 6 too, X and Y was as well.
And then they'll go like a half step forward, and then they'll go to a new reboot. And they'll just try. I feel like X and Y was a reboot attempt. The Galar region was a reboot attempt, and then Scarlet and Violet was a reboot attempt, and then it worked. And they're like, stick with it. So, anyways,
now they as of like with this game especially, they have a system where they're gonna have a gimmick in each game, and that's just what happens. So now then they're just gonna build a universe like that slowly. Yeah. So now Kalos, I feel like they're setting it up for something. Like they could do some kind of, because Spain, France, the UK, they're all beside each other, and now all three of them have gimmicks, and they've visited all three regions.
Yeah, so it looks like they're building something up. It's similar to kind of like they're following a theme. I want to get back. Like, let's just get back to. Is there anything else we were like on topic on?
Yeah. So for Walking Wake, okay, let me. I'll pull up Bobby Boy 1 sec, because the other fan arts, they're not as good. I might have to pull up my video 1 sec.
This guy said new game needs to be in Africa.
Bro, Africa is huge.
Africa would be one of the most awesome places.
Bro,
you know what's crazy? In Africa, this is like I actually like study some of this stuff. In Africa, there's actually the crater that. There's actually the Area Zero crater. Did you know that?
Nah, bro.
There is. I swear.
Bro, no crater goes that deep.
No, in Africa, there's
you're saying this. There's like some tropical thing.
No, in Africa, in some part of it, chats probably know about this and stuff, but in Africa, there's some part where it's like leftover byproduct of like volcanic activity.
Yeah.
And it's like a very steep crater. And what ends up happening is animals dropped in and they couldn't get out. So there's an ecosystem created inside a crater. There's a crater in Africa. It's like
So it's the inside of a volcano?
It's like, I think it's the inside of an inactive volcano or the remains of it, but it's like imagine like it goes like hundreds of feet deep. So you can't get out of the crater. Everyone that lives inside the crater, they can't get out. But the top 5, the big 5 in Africa, the rhinos, the lions, the elephants, they're all that can be found inside that crater. That's a real crater. I don't know if that ever helps anybody out.
I'm just wondering. So, like, could Area Zero be some kind of like volcano? How does that kind of structure form? Because, like, I mentioned this in videos because it's described in the mythology of the region as like a million years ago, a crater. It's a crater from a million years ago.
Did they say it was a million crater?
Yeah, but that's just the lore. I don't think it's real, right? Because why they jumped to a million years? Like that's so far back.
Yeah, it's very far back.
So I think it's just their imagination, right? But like no asteroid when it falls to Earth goes deep. You know, it's like it goes like a kilometer deep and then it's like a 10-kilometer wide hole. But you could just see it's like you punch in the wall. It doesn't go that deep in. So I don't think it's a crater at all. India's too hard for Pokemons. Similar stuff happened in formation of lakes or water pockets and ice. All right, I'm gonna show you.
That's true.
I'll show you this, okay? Okay, so here's one idea, right?
Yeah. Lay it on me. What is going on? Who drew that?
This was drawn by
I'm not mad at it, but
Fakeamon Forever. So this idea of it being a dinosaur trio is it's making them all T-Rexes. I don't think that's the case because I mean now it kind of loses its excitement because now they're all the same.
what if one was more like a Stegosaurus?
Stegosaurus is the armor one.
Stegosaurus is the one that's like long and has a spiky tail.
Stegosaurus.
Right now, Suicune looks more like a raptor or a T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
Stegosaurus.
The frick happened, bro? Stegosaurus. No, in my keyboard.
There you go. There's the guy.
Oh,
see how they're like
this
long, but
guy.
he has like a tail.
He's so defensive looking.
Yeah. They're herbivores.
How did they get that
They'll
big,
swing
man?
that.
Bro, such an L that the dinosaurs got wiped.
Or have you seen the armadillian dinosaur? I'm trying to think of designs for like these new Raikou.
This guy?
No, it's like an armadillian kind of dinosaur. I forgot what the name of it is.
Yeah, what the hell, bro?
It's more closer to the thing on the left, but it'd be big. It's big, and that tail's like a hammer.
Bro, these things are actually real, man. That sucks, man.
So you don't think they're all T-Rexes?
Nah, bro, that'd be tasteless.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I
definitely don't think Raikou looks like the thing on the left.
So here's one in a book. Where is it? All right, F the book one. Yo, look at this one. Okay, this is what I think needs to happen, right? Listen, I know you hate it, but this is the point. You know, Pokemon's meant to be goofy. So imagine one of them was just a Brachiosaurus.
This would work for anyone except the dogs.
But that's the point. They have to ruin them for it's ruining them, but they're consciously ruining it. They're not just trying to do something cool.
But I don't like this one. This one makes me.
You don't like it?
Right?
I like it because I want it to be goofy, and this is the one he drew for.
Don't tell me. Oh no.
This one freaks me out. I don't know what's going on here.
What is going on with him?
All right, and then there's Bulby Boy. So what Bulby Boy does is he creates 3D models. He's a sick 3D modeler. Look what he made.
He actually attempted to.
But doesn't that make it look sick now? Or you hate it still?
Well, okay. The good part about this one is they made him a tad bit shorter.
Which
Like-
fine. But yeah, so he made the idea would be like they're.
But he's a giraffe, man. What? Okay, fine. What did you score this?
I gave the green light to these. I want these.
You want that? You want?
I want them to ruin them.
He looks better there. He looks less giraffe-like there. He looks more just like he just has like a semi-long neck. But
All right, no, people drew different takes. I'll see if I can pull them out.
that is so weird. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a sucker for like a certain kind of like old school style where it's not going too.
You want them to be badass?
Yeah, I'm always wanting them to be badass. I'm never on the team of.
Nah,
something
the
like,
Pokemon will do goofy things, man.
This is like some like One Piece territory goofiness. You know, One Piece would just do some goofy stuff. They'll make like the coolest character look like the ugliest man in the whole world.
All right, here's Entei.
Damn.
All right, would you pick? You don't like this one? This is Triceratops, I think. It's armored dinosaur.
I really hope
These aren't real.
this is not real. But hold on. But to the credit, that's a Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. Look.
Is it?
Well, it's got a spiky tail at least.
Oh, you mean
It's
this?
it's kind of like
Oh.
it's kind of like a mixture of a Triceratops and a Stegosaurus. You see that?
Yeah, I see it. Who's this guy? Look at this.
That is pretty interesting.
So
The thing is, these things work, but it's so it's almost like we're looking at new Pokemon now. We're no longer looking at Entei in them.
yeah, pretty much. And the question is,
Someone said, "Cray, stop staring into our souls." That's because every time that you guys show me a Pokemon, I this is what I do. Like the camera's there, pretend you're a Pokemon, and now you're an ugly Pokemon. Look, I'm like, T-Tar.
this man used me as the example. All right.
Sorry, man, T-Tar.
Don't react yet. I'm just pulling some of these up.
I'm gonna be staring at the cat.
So look, there's some different takes if we're gonna go into dinosaur territory. They don't all have to be goofy, but it would be interesting if they're goofy because they're Pokemon. Man, if I click this, it's about to disappear.
It's gonna take you to the next world.
I've been screwed, man. Oh my
Whoa!
goodness.
Wow.
You know what? I got
That
it. I got it. Bro. Yo.
The concept paradox. Someone's like, "You're gonna drink more eggs."
No, man.
Are you still recovering from that?
I don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't know what it did to me.
Ha! Some guy's like, "I just remembered to turn down the volume in case the screen button happens."
So this is what I'm talking about. Why do they have 18 plus in their title? So so what, if I go to their profile, there's gonna be like mad things.
I have no
Bro, it
idea.
pisses me off. Why do people like?
P18. Having some explicit Pokemon, nobody wants to deal with that. That is nonsense.
Oh, what do you say to this?
It's so no longer Entei. It looks like
That's what's gonna happen, man. I mean, you are right. Like Suicune still does look like Suicune.
these look like they're no longer. You know what they're almost like.
Bro, I have them open here, but they're low quality. Like for example, this. Mm-hmm. I guess the same one. Okay, this.
That's actually cool, but then it's so hard to think of him going from like on the floor to flying like that.
Anything can happen. I mean, Zapdos landed. Essentially, it would mean.
Zapdos landed.
Yeah, essentially, it would mean.
Zapdos landed and never flew back up.
Yeah. He does try to float. Okay, frick.
You guys ever play Pokemon Stadium when you see Dodrio fly?
He just walks.
Yo, Dodrio, it would be like Dodrio used fly, and he just walk and he just going up into the sky.
They animated that.
They just animated it like that.
So this one, they still have Raikou's cape. It works, man.
That works. It works. It's just again, these work, but they're just like far away.
At this point, they're not Entei, no, yeah.
Because honestly, when I look at this, it looks like kind of the Thunderous Landorus thingy.
It does.
It kind of looks like that's his flying form, and then he's got dog form. Listen, I don't know if we went off topic from what was the purpose of us going back to like walking.
Oh, okay. What if he turned out to be a fish?
No.
No?
I disapprove of
What
this.
if Entei was a fire dragon fish?
No, this will not do. This is horrendous.
I want this one.
You want this? You want him to be in the water like that?
Okay, no, I don't.
I'm kind of okay with the Triceratops.
Triceratops is decent. Okay, so I guess we're done with that. What do you guys think?
What do you think is uglier, the three new T-Rexes or T-Tar? There's 4 dinosaurs for you to deal with. Sorry, let's continue. Look at all number 4 in the comments. Be like T-Tar ugly.
Teo Mask is the DLC Part 1. Okie dokie, Monkey Dory, and Pheasant Dippity probably has a special terrestrial form. It was teased in the mask in the trailer. It resembles.
That naming.
You catch the names, right?
The Hunky Dory.
Hunky Dory, Okie dokie, and then Serendipity.
Wait, those are their actual names.
Yeah. No. Their names are Okie dokie.
Yeah, but it's close enough, right?
Yeah.
He
Monkey Dory and Pheasant Dippity. Okay.
What the heck?
Let me see if I can show you something else. Let's see what you think of this. How do I find this?
Okie dokie, Monkey Dory, Pheasant Dippity. Oh my god, these names are intense. Probably has a special terrestrialized form. You think so? That the 3 of them have like a special terrestrialized? But special.
Okay, I'll show you something. What comes to mind when you think of terrestrial form?
I think it would just add the attributes, right? Because when you say special,
a special trust form, what does it mean to you though?
a special one, it would have to be something outside of the typical type. So maybe like I have no idea if we're on the same page. But
I mean, like, what does it mean? So special terrestrial means what though?
A special form of terrestrialization.
So it means when you terrestrialize, you change forms.
Change types.
Okay. Because doesn't all terrestrials change types?
Yeah. So you're saying what's a special? What would my definition of special terrestrialization form? What if it was two types?
Oh.
So what if you go to a second tier and then you completely change it to two typings? That sounds kind of goofy, but at the same time, I know it's goofy because it's like.
You only have one terror type.
How does that work? Like, so now you have a candle and there's a ghost on top of the candle.
And also, you only have one terror type. So, maybe if it's like a set, so it's your terror type plus a ghost or something.
So what was your version?
Well, terrestrial form sounds like if you terrestrialize and you meet the conditions, you transform.
Beyond.
Like you mega evolve, pretty much.
Okay.
So check this out, right? Chat knows this. Let's see if
Chat.
Also, I'm not responsible for like 4chan's weirdness here.
Yeah.
Look at 4chan, bro. They said untrue and homosexual, truth and hetero, unverified and bi. Yo, 4chan, I can't scroll more. They're crazy. So check this out, right?
Yeah, jokes.
Yeah, they said unverified and bi.
That's fucking...
So check this out, right? So 4chan leaks pop up all the time. I post my own fake 4chan leaks sometimes. I remember a few years ago, I tried to bait people, try to see if they'd cover if I posted a 4chan leak. They covered it, right? So anyone can post 4chan leaks. It happens all the time. I hope that doesn't turn to something crazy. Raikou needs to be a Smilodon. Look Smilodon up. I'm gonna do it myself.
Smilodon. Look him up. Let's see if this guy gets.
Oh shoot.
Ooh, you might be. But those are saber-tooth tigers, right?
This is
already what he is. But this is that's actually what Chen Pao is.
You are. I think so. Yeah.
Chen Pao is that the right Pokemon name?
Chen Pao. I
think it's a saber-tooth tiger. You see, it's sword teeth.
I think it's a leopard, but it's like a take on a saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah, I don't know. The way they make his teeth.
It's like saber-tooth.
It's like a saber-tooth. He looks like a saber-tooth. I have a whole excitement. I know that's a whole other topic, but I have a whole other excitement for those legendaries. Those are my favorite legendaries since like Gen 2, Gen 3.
I don't know. The Regis were kind of... I think it's better than the Regis.
I didn't like the Regis that much,
they're just there,
but because they were there and they were in this... Like, to this day, do we still know anything about that Braille stuff? No, not really. We don't know what the actual intentions...
At least we know now it's Braille.
We know it's
Because you know when you get Emerald, like, I think they give you in the game book, they give you a dictionary to translate the Braille.
Really?
Yeah, I guess you're supposed to do that.
Well, okay, yeah. So because there was something to them, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, and
yo, a Pokemon Legends Regigigas where they like explain some blind person like built it or something would be sick.
That'd be cool.
What's the book? Book of Eli?
A person who, I maybe not. That'd be very interesting.
No, not Book of Eli. I'm just playing, but like because what they do.
Book of Eli, hilarious. I didn't even factor that in. This guy turned. I don't know if you guys know the movie Book of Eli. This guy turned the story of the Regis into like a man traveling across the world with.
The Reggie mystery is it's like unsolved still. Like you need a Relicanth and a Wailord. Like if they make Pokemon Legends Regigigas, like they could explain some sick thing. And he also
that would be cool. So that's what I was saying. Like that was probably like the only. Now the same they did that with that, and then they did something similar with that in Pokemon Silver. Remember in Silver and Gold, there's Lugia stuff, which is like still eerie. But then do you remember the unknown? And then you have to do the puzzles. And we still don't know what the heck those puzzles do or what the unknown do.
Bro, I'm pissed about unknown because I don't know if they'll ever use them. Like, surely they serve a purpose, right?
Yeah, they're more purposeful for, like, in the movie.
In the movie, yeah. And also, like, it's connected to Arceus, isn't it? Because remember in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like, you remember the Arceus event thing that happens?
There's some sort of event, yeah.
And, like, the unknowns are tied to that. So maybe, I don't know, I hope they...
That was a good time when unknown and stuff. So what were we tying this back to again?
I don't even know, bro. Okay, so listen. Because I don't even know. Listen, 4chan leaks get posted all the time, right? Someone on February 24th, so the Pokemon Presents was on February 27th in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. Someone on February 24th posted with these sparkles. You guys can see it. They said, I'm a programmer at a Pokemon outsourcing company. So whenever people say this, it's fake because you don't give up your position. You don't say, I'm a graphics designer.
You never say where I work, yeah.
My English is very poor, so I use machine translation to complete this post, right?
That's just to cover your tracks.
So you think he is English? He's just covering?
No, it's in case he slips or he says something
That's
weird.
A good idea. The theme for this DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. He posted this on February 24th. He's legit. This is the exact specific thing the DLC is called.
Yeah.
So he's just proven himself. Now what leakers will do if they're legit, and it's very rare that a real leaker pops up, is they start to throw false information. But let's just keep going. So it says the theme for this DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Zero and Hexagon. Now Hexagon's not an outwardly detail. I feel like you read something mad just now.
So it said Entei needs to look like a Dimetrodon. I'm gonna spell it out. Type it in. Dime, like Dimetrodon.
Bruh.
What's wrong with you people? You want Entei to look like that? Well, get your butt back here. Who said that? Where's this guy? Come back here. I'm going back up to find you. I don't know where he went. Who the heck said he has to be Dimetrodon?
Look up Avataro Dawn Brothers.
Who the heck is Avataro Dawn Brothers? With some. That is that.
I spelled it wrong. They can't see that.
Avatar, they're Dawn Brothers.
It's a television series, man.
But what are these Power Rangers?
2022 Power Rangers.
Are these Power Rangers?
Why it's called Avataro Dawn Brothers?
Those are Power Rangers. What?
Are these Power Rangers?
So what is the significance of this?
Guys, let us stay on topic. Listen.
I know, we literally look like idiots.
He says the theme of the DLC. So first off, like, this guy's legit. So let's see what he knows about the games. Because this is very rare.
Yeah.
So far, we only know Ku, and then, Kaka, and then the Chinese Riddler. The Chinese Riddler don't say anything. So the theme of the DLC is Hidden Treasure Areas, and then he says Hexagon. But there's no outwardly hexagon. That's just a detail if you look in the trailer. There's hexagons in the back.
Yeah. There's no DLC. He
says, he even calls out that you'll get clothes for buying the DLC right now, which you do get. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
He says, we'll include, this is Suikun's Japanese name, Uneru Minamo, and then Varazian's Japanese name, Tetsuno Isaha. These are Paradox, Suikun, and Varazian. So, English is poor. He uses Japanese names. Maybe he lives in Japan, right? He even calls Water Dragon Grass Psychic. That's Psychic in Japanese.
Esper, yeah.
Mystery Pokemon with the green mask.
So you got that right.
That's Ogerpon. Then
he
says special terrestrial appearance. Now this sounds like a play, like a special man will feature or something, you know? So we don't know what's about that. And then the third legendary is a large blue turtle, which is right. And then he says, so this is the first weird thing. This is the second weird thing. We are working on a graphics enhancement patch for the new Nintendo Switch models that will be alongside around December. So he's the first. He's untrue. No. He's saying there's a new Nintendo Switch that'll come out at the end of this year, and the Switch is 6 years old. So it is time for them to do a new.
Is the Switch 6 years old?
Yeah, bro.
Switch is the only one that could have that level of graphic engine. Oh my god!
They're in
the
their
number
own
one. The
world.
number one gripe I had with Pokemon, I think Pokemon Scarlet was like a 9-1 out of 100. So I give it like a high score, right? Come on, like, you know my scoring system. But the number one thing that I disliked, I'm like, did anybody else have a problem with it being like 28 frames?
Yeah, everyone had a problem with it. I mean, I didn't mind because I'm too like busy trying to see what's new in the game.
Yeah.
But because I played the whole game without going online. That's why when people watch my playthrough, I don't know how to evolve half my Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I don't care if I look stupid because like
You're supposed to not, no.
There's very few times I've actually been able to enjoy a game.
Yeah.
Like a kid. But I go online, I'm like, yo, because bro, like, you know, I don't know if you know this, but when I don't finish shows, because you know, like Fresh Prince, the last episode, it doesn't go away. I'm like sad for like a month, and I'm like not doing anything. I'm just like, bruh, I should not have watched that ending. So when I saw the ending and Sada leaves, I'm like, I got so sad. I couldn't even edit the episode. I'm like, bro. So I'm like, bro, this game, even now, it's been like 3 months since the games came out. To me, like, the hype has died down. I still put it as the top Pokemon game, above Red and Blue, Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
So I go online, I'm like, bro, I'm freaking excited to see people saying everyone's hating it. Even like the top YouTubers' Twitter accounts. I'm like,
they're hating on it.
They hate it. They're like,
really,
bro, this is totally unplayable. I'm like, frick, man. Like,
really?
The more you hear that, we're humans. So the more you hear it, it makes you dislike the game too. So you just gotta stay away from that.
Yeah, that's almost like, I was gonna say something, but
Like if you said you liked it, you would get crucified. People would be like yelling at you.
see what? Here's my thing. Like I was like a month and a half late to playing it. I was playing Need for Speed. So, but
This
like,
guy, he bought it on time too.
I know I bought it the day it was released, and I just kept it there. But so the thing is, what I was thinking was, remember how in the beginning there was a whole bunch of talk about glitches?
Yeah, they weren't even. Yeah, you go.
So I'm just listening to the grapevine, and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of glitches. So remember at one point we linked up, and I was like, yo, remember what happened to Cyberpunk and Battlefield?
Yeah. So you thought the game totally failed?
I thought the game got so bad that people were like
actually unplayable.
We want our money back. But really, it was just small little patchy stuff.
But I didn't even run into the only glitch I ran into is I went in a shop and the game crashed. But even then, there's a way to recover your save if you didn't save the game.
Yeah, and it's pretty like okay because there's an autosave feature.
Yeah.
So even if you like your thing bugs out, it'll go back to the previous autosave. So what I was saying was when initially when people talk about glitches and stuff, it's almost like, I'll be honest, it's almost like a part of me from the outside was like, oh yeah, like let it fail. Not because I wanted it to fail, but because if there's all these glitches, part of me was wishing that Pokemon would get a wake up call.
Wake up call, yeah,
and start
yeah.
taking it seriously. What's weird was, I'm like, oh, let this game be the wake up call. Then I play it and I'm like,
They already woke up like they're doing a good game. Yeah.
This is a great game. I don't, for anyone who's like I agree with you. If we're talking about just like old school, like what's special, the number one for me would be Red and Blue. That's just off of like an old school thing, but that's not fair because we have to use like
nostalgia glasses.
Yeah, and like your attention span for the game and stuff. For me, the number one would be Scarlet and Violet. That's the best game.
It's number one, yeah.
Because of
it's the only game that actually completed a story. No other game did this.
Completed a story. They had a little bit of like a feeling where when it's done, you still wish there was more. Like you just said, once you found out that Choro's gone, you're like, oh, that's it. You're like,
yeah. And then with the three friends walking home, like that's a proper conclusion, like a movie ending.
And then look at the way, like there's small things in that game that felt more RPG like than any of the other games before. Like when you first go down to the crater. And you guys are walking, and now everyone's dialoguing with each other.
Yeah.
So you're walking.
See, Pokemon's learning. Pokemon's behind, but they're learning.
They're learning. Man. They're behind, but they're learning. So, like, now you have Arvin going, like, yo, man, when I see my dad, I'm going to punch him. And they're just like, yo, man, you really hate your dad. He was never around, man. And they're all just, like, talking deuce to each other. And it's really, 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 like, that's the, and you're like, yeah, we're really doing this climactical adventure.
And the Pokemon, and the characters have, the characters have character, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Penny, and then they get into, like, smaller storytelling stuff like the bullying stuff, right?
Yeah, and there's like theme based. It's almost like in anime they'll like for example the bullying thing. They'll just to promote like the bullying and stuff. They created a whole Team Star thing, right?
Yeah.
So they're using more like smaller themes and they're just expanding them into these.
And they had one overall theme.
Yeah, so which
is the treasure hunt, right? Everyone's trying to find their treasure. Like they did a good job.
A simple theme, a simple story, just kind of go out. I like that, and then like. And the other thing that I loved about this game was it wasn't a surge of okay. You could argue about the Paradox Pokemon, but unlike the other games, I don't know which one I'm pinpointing. There weren't that many legendaries in this game, which is good.
Right.
Or you think there were too many? Well, all I know is Miraidon, Koraidon,
and then the four.
That to me was like. Cool.
That's good, yeah. Because I know, because you're saying some games introduced a bunch, like Gen 5, yeah. The Genies,
it's like Genies, and then Mesprit, and Uxie, and then there's Manaphy, and then there's Fion, and then there's Heatran, and then there's Xiaofi, what's his name?
Shaman?
Xiaoming.
Laoming.
No, like...
Shaman.
Shaman, there you go. Like, there's just so many that you're just like, what... Are these legendaries now?
I know, it loses value, I know.
But those 4 Chinese legendaries are bad ass.
Which one do you hate the least? I mean, you hate.
I like all
which
4.
one do you like the least?
Probably the goldfish.
I know, bro, but that's the one I like because that's the first one I met. So I'm like, yo, it's a legendary quartet of fish.
There is that kind of element of like almost like the Gyarados thing. Like imagine you, again, I said this in the previous podcast, imagine you find that fish and you give it chase. And you're like, I'm going to destroy this thing. Don't run. Get your ass back here. And all of a sudden, it like corners you the return fire.
That's one thing I'm thinking, right? The same way we have Therian, Landorus and all. You know where I'm going with this, right?
No, I do not know Ethereum? When cryptocurrencies
No, after that. Okay, so in Black and White, Landorus, Tornadus, Thunders, right?
Yeah.
When you play Black 2 and White 2, there's a mirror that when you give to them, they transform into, I guess, a more real form of this. So, what I'm saying is, what if in the DLC, you find out those ruinous Pokemon, like, they have a different form?
Which ones?
All 4 of them. They have an alternate form.
But is Pokemon willing to put that much work?
That's the thing. I don't think they are.
See, the key question that keeps coming back up is you have to think of like you have to put your hat on as like a person who works in Nintendo, and you have to be like, are we willing to put that much work in for?
Because they don't have to, man. They have to now. They already know what the Gen 10 game is and stuff, and they still have to work on that. Yeah. So they can't put too much effort here.
Yeah, the thing that people, I don't know if people again, like I'll say this because I keep telling it to you, but remember Pokemon. Like I play PlayStation 5 games and PC games a lot, right? Pokemon outsold God of War. Bro, so they don't need to work hard.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So as much as we want them to wake up call and stuff, and as much as like some people might want badass designs, they know what they're doing with the goofy designs. They're tapping into like the ultimate market.
Yeah, they're able to work on your mind in a way.
They know what they're doing.
And the thing is, you're never going to be able to force them to like go.
Yeah, you can't compete with them because you'd have to create a new type system and all. No one wants to relearn it. Yeah. So they can monopolize the market. They win.
Yeah, it's very, very hard. That's the thing. The thing about Pokemon is the way they've positioned themselves, there's no way to bring a competitor in. Wasn't Yokai trying to do that?
Yokai tried. There's like Temtem stuff, but like you have to learn the whole system from scratch.
You have to build you know what the thing is? You need to build a very, very strong IP, like a very, very strong like foundation of a story, and you have to be like, I'm gonna expand it. There's only one show I know that follows the same theme that was close, and then it's almost like they're both racing, and the one just suddenly just dropped out of the race.
Can I guess it?
What guess?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh is not what I was thinking about, but Yu-Gi-Oh made it to the finish line.
They did. They're still going still.
They're doing great. It was Digimon followed a similar theme, had a similar IP. There's companions, there's humans. They work alongside each other. The companions can get stronger based off of the thing. They would look like they're there. They went 4 gens, and then around the 5th gen, gone. But the thing they didn't do right was they didn't make the video games as robust enough to be able to.
That's the thing. Yeah. I think they're doing a good job with the video games now.
So what I'm saying is it's very, very hard for some company to create a countermeasure to this in a way that. Okay, the best example I can give you is like you guys like know PC stuff, right? It's like AMD and Intel. In order to give Intel the wake up call to like work hard, if you guys
have to properly threaten.
You have to properly threaten them. Nothing's gonna properly threaten Pokemon. There's nothing on planet Earth right now that can properly threaten Pokemon. No, nothing can.
Bro, Pokemon is probably the only thing where you can tell anyone, like ask anyone except from except in a third world country, you can ask a grandma about and she'll know what Pokemon is.
Yeah.
This is what I gotta tell you. God of War sold how much?
I think it was like 8 million copies.
Now, right? Pokemon sold how much? Scarlet and Violet.
I think it was like 14.
It hit 10 million and broke the record, right?
Okay. I know it completely outdid it.
It broke 20 million.
When?
The numbers came out recently. It broke even 20 million.
Like as of.
Like, yo, they not only beat God of War, all the work they put in. I'll load it up here. Pokemon Scarlet, Violet. They're like actually making it. So here, on February 7th.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I have it here. On February 7th,
what?
20 million copies. And it's only been out for 3 months.
Yo, I'm just gonna tell you, like,
Pokemon knows what they're doing. You can't give them a wake up call.
You know who won Game of the Year last year, right?
It was Elden Ring.
It was Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring as of February sold 20 million.
Pokemon without.
See,
do you know how much?
Okay, I gotta go pee. But how do you threaten a Pokemon game? Okay, let's again understand what I'm saying. How much work do you think has to go into making God of War? How much work do you think has to go into making Elden Ring, the bosses, the graphics, and all that? And then Pokemon with what is it using, like a RTX 220?
It's not an RTX. Just say GTX, bro.
Whatever. Who cares? It's using this doo-doo engine that my phone is more powerful, and somehow it outdoes. How does it outperform God of War and Elden Ring?
I don't know.
How do you threaten it then?
Listen, I'm not a tree dude, but like this is what I mean. Pokemon's on the proper wave. You know how much effort it takes to like design like one ball in the background of God of War. Like one detail just in a photo frame somewhere.
Yeah.
This is how little effort they put into a tree in Sword and Shield. I'm not a tree dude. I don't care about this. But Pokemon's focusing on actually winning.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta maximize your time.
See, that's what I'm saying. Case in point, like what you just said. Like I've actually seen when like the documentaries and when they're working on like more games, they'll zoom in and they're like, okay, for example, when they're working on God of War, you still have to beat the game and stuff. But someone showed like for an example, they zoomed in on Odin.
Okay.
Right? When you zoom in on Odin, you know his tats? His tats are scars. like the olden style of tattoos.
Yeah.
If you zoom in, they look like they've been scarred up. But then when you zoom out, you just see them as
no one
lines.
will notice, you know.
So you have to put so much.
You gotta know
detail into
where
it.
to put your time into.
So think of the budget and time that to put into that, and then you have this switch. When I played, here's the thing: when I played Scarlet and Violet, it looked like I was playing like a GameCube game.
Something a bit more high quality about GameCube, yeah.
A bit more of a GameCube kind of smooth patch game. So I don't know.
All right, well, go take your break. I'll talk to them.
Yeah, I gotta go take a break.
Listen, guy, I'm not a tree guy, but you got to know how to spin them. Let's see. Cyclizer's the GOAT. That's basically a starter dragon. I don't even know what that means. How is he a starter dragon? I literally thought the latest home update was the most pointless update, I guess. You paying attention to Pokemon home updates? Ash needs his own game. Does he? It'll be a long game. I have a theory, but it's a stretch. So basically, when you catch the trios in their respective games and you confuse all three, what if you can catch the trio in their respective games and you fuse all three? I don't think you can, man. That's too many Pokemon. I would love it, but not. It's the example I gave just now. Right now, Pokemon knows if there's a Let's Go Johto, there's already a team working on that. There's already a team working on Pokemon Legends Burnt Tower, Pokemon Legends Kyurem. They don't have any more time to like toss more flavor into Scarlet and Violet. They have the base of what they're gonna do, and they know how to maximize their time. Like they are running a bit behind because this game, if this DLC they would have wanted to announce back in January, and then had the first one come out in June, second one in like November. But obviously, like they're trying to patch the bugs, and it's taken a bit more of their time, so they waited till February. T-Tar, you single. And so now we're gonna get the first one's gonna come out in like autumn, but it might be pushed to winter, and then the second DLC might come out like January, might be pushed to like March. So, what do you mean that's just wrong? Oh, you're talking to someone else. Like, bro, Pokemon's smart, man. When is Extreme Pokemon Scarlet? Does it look like I know? Raikou needs to look like a blobfish. They released the patch notes too. Oh, yeah. There are patch notes, but I don't want to look through those. Let me see. Patch notes, Scarlet and Violet. They're going to patch all the bugs right now. The only bug, bro, is the tear rate bug. Because I did not do tear rates out because of that. All right, additional functionality. Who wants to read all? Like, this is so... No one wants to read through this, but players will be able to swap out health items by pushing Y. Oh, these are feature adjustments. Bugs. Tear rates. Okay, HP doesn't fall. They're just fixing a bunch of bugs, bro. No one should be reading through this. We need a third form of Cyclizer.
Well, that would be the most natural thing for a third game, right?
For a third game, but we get in a DLC. He's talking about Karate Miraidon and a new one.
Do you think it's possible we could still get a third game?
No.
Do you think that era is over?
No, we're not getting a third game. If we wait, but based on my prediction, if we wait like 7-8 years, you might get like Pokemon Legends Terrapagus or something, and there they might like
talk about like
a third one. Cyclizer is the third form. I guess he is.
What was Miraidon is thunder, Koraidon is what? Fighting. What would be a third? If you had to like guess one. You would have electric fighting.
Well, there's this, right? Koraidon's messing with the weather, Miraidon's messing with the terrain, right? So what's the center space?
One messes with weather, and one messes with the ground. One would have to mess with maybe like the seas.
Oh, you think they'd introduce a new one?
Yeah, like imagine there's a water one.
Or he'd have to do. I don't know.
Not saying it's like, again, we still have to use that mentality that Pokemon's going to take the lazy route. They're not going to work hard. But
yeah, I have a couple ideas for Pokemon.
If you're saying let's create a third Cyclizer or a hybrid, I'd be like a water type.
Water is good
because he controls the seas. One controls the lands. One controls the weather. Like okay, for example, let's say you go to the DLC, right?
Yeah.
You see how it's like. You see where it's like a floating thingy?
No.
The DLC is a floating fortress in the water.
Oh, the Blueberry Academy, yeah.
Right, so then imagine you guys are doing stuff and everyone's like, wait, look outside. And you look outside a distance and they're just like, it's dark and you just see some shadow thing underneath the water.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's this I'm trying to give it a water like
Mizudon something.
I'm trying to Mizu. That might work. Mizu for like rain, like Mizudon, right? Let's just call it Mizudon, and then you just look and it's just like 2 eyes in the water, and you're like,
it might be like an
"Oh,
alternate
crap."
modern version.
That could
Like
be.
maybe we have 2 modern versions. I asked Cyclist, and there's actually like a better one. Maybe ground we would use entry hazards. You know what I thought would be cool? If since we have terrains, if there's a Pokemon that summoned thunderstorms, so they summon the rain and the electric terrain, because that's an actual thing that happens if you're playing the game and there's a thunderstorm. Both are active. Like the lightning strikes the ground. There's actual electric terrain.
Really? What game is showing that?
And in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield. Okay, that makes sense. So if you have a thunderstorm, you can actually have electric train. And
So imagine a Pokemon with that ability. It would have to be like an ultimate Pokemon.
there should be. Anyways,
Okay, so this
let's
leak,
get
right?
back to this. Yeah, wow.
So this dude is legit, and he's mentioned. Oh, this is how we got into it. The Switch models. So there's a new Switch model he's talking about, and we know the
Hopefully
dude is
some better
legit.
graphics.
Yeah. So of course, remember, if you're a real leaker, to not get caught, you add in some fake information, right? But there's 3 things that are interesting here. There's hexagon, because the hexagon's only a detail. There's special terrestrial appearance, and then we're working on a update for the new Nintendo Switch models, and he even give a release date, which is like this winter. The image he put with the sparkles. You can see the sparkles in the logo. I don't know if it'll let me do this. Oh man, you can see the spark. You see that? The same sparkles right here. So he's seen the graphics.
That is so cool.
This is
Like just when you're designed to be so skeptical, but then you're like, wait,
he knows
that little
Yeah, he
sparkles
knows
there.
that proves it.
that is bizarre.
So here's the thing. Everyone obviously was. See, look, even people roasting like we're working on a graphics enhancement patch. Okay, nice, you blew it. Just anonymous people saying it, right? All right, there's something crazy down there. But so people are saying that before the Pokemon Presents came out, and now in hindsight, or it's retrospect, whichever it is, you realize this guy's legit. Now,
that's interesting.
what happened is, when it comes to 4chan, you're posting anonymous. So if this dude popped up again, and he's like, no, guys, it's like this, I'm real, you would never be able to prove that the guy who pops up right now is the same as this. Right? Because everyone's posting. But here's one thing you can do on 4chan. You can post with a certain code as kind of your username, right? I don't know if you need like 4chan Premium or something.
Okay.
So you're still anonymous, but you decided to post under this code.
Okay.
So there's technically a key.
Some way, yeah.
So check this out.
You just type in like
March 1st, someone posts a picture of that leak. This is the photo. I know 4chan is weird. This is the photo. And then he types, I'm the poster of this post. This is a week later, March 1st, which means it's been 2 days since the Pokemon Presents came out. For identification, the original text of the code is E9 blah 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 B6, right? If you go E9 to B6, right? So MD5 hash. So this is just like a scrambler, or it codes it encrypts a word, right?
stuff, some nerdy stuff. I'm so
Trust me, I don't know it either.
but it's so cool.
When he made this code, he didn't just it's not a randomly generated one. He put a specific word and decrypted it and got this code. So only the person who originally made the post would know the word that this secretly translates to.
Oh, so when he right
So
now,
if he
when
wants
he's
to
saying-
reveal himself again, he has a way to prove he's him.
yeah.
Because he's already proven his legitimacy.
So correct me if I'm wrong. So let's say he gave you the word, right? If we were to put it into that hash decode, it would give him that code.
It should give the code.
Yeah.
So he says here,
But in vice versa, if we
you can't reverse it.
It's not like I could take that code.
No,
and be
no.
like,
I think it
can flip the
keeps
word.
scrambling with each like letter.
This is some encrypted stuff. Encrypted. I mean,
So he says, here's the password. It's
Suki
ska
by
by zero.
Suka.
Ska, like for Japanese people. So
Ska.
so look, we put this generate E9 to B6.
Which means he's the only one that.
So that means he either found out from the real person, because you can't figure this out, or he's the guy himself. So he's come and
close enough.
he still has his job a week later. He says, I'm not going to leak any more information. I just want to add some clarification. The hexagon is not a third DLC title. This is just a weird speculation. Like, people were thinking
Not a third title.
people thought there'd be a third DLC, but he's saying it's not. But it's an element that's gonna be in the DLC a bunch of times. So we already know Hexagon is like the third legendary is related to it, right? It's also in the logo, right? You see the hexagons.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they chose hexagons too. Like they might as well have done like octagons since Zygarde is hexagons.
Even the previous show, I kept saying, I'm like, even when I look at that, you see,
It looks like Zygarde.
It looks like Zygarde.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and the fact that Kalos is a neighboring thing, it almost makes it look like something goes wrong, and Zygarde's like coming through from the underground.
Yeah, he would slither through.
Here I come, and then he pops up and he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you, turtle?" And the turtle's like, "Yo, uncle, what's up?" And you're like,
and that's the
"What's
thing.
this nonsense?"
It's a plot hole in Pokemon too because Zygarde is like, you see in his perfect form that he is meant to be above like Kyogre and Groudon.
Yeah.
They didn't release Pokemon Z, but they would have revealed that this man is like probably like the guardian of Earth.
Yeah.
Like let's see, Zygarde. Let's see his stats.
Did anyone who played the game like get any?
Bro, his stats.
Look at how hexagony he is.
And look, he's Optimus Prime. Like he's meant to be like.
He's literally Optimus Prime.
He's a Digimon, right?
Yeah.
He's so the plot hole is that if anything wrong ever were to happen in
That's
his game,
what a cool like.
And he has no
He's
game.
like a Megazord Pokemon.
Yeah, and they screwed him up. His base stats are really close to Arceus. No other Pokemon is like that.
Oh,
708.
That is fire.
So the plot hole is like anything going wrong in this game, he would just come and fix it.
Yeah.
Because in
He's
Sun
like a
and Moon,
balance
I don't know if you know, but if you can find Zygarde in a cave in Sun and Moon.
Really?
Yeah, because he's sitting there watching over because he suspects something is wrong there. So he's like, because he's guarding Earth, so he's like, bro, there's something fishy going on here.
And he's a dragon in ground. Come on, it's like the coolest guy.
Yeah, but so it's proof he's watching the whole Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it happens too fast, anything wrong that happens in a Pokemon game, he should be solving.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time machine thing, he's next door too. He should have been figured that out.
Yo, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, there's no Xerneas or Yveltal sprite in Scarlet Violet. Has anyone ever had a sprite of that?
No, I don't think they're in the game.
How the hell does that work?
What do you mean?
You mean I can't just hack a Yveltal?
No. They literally removed them from the game.
They're not in the game.
Yeah. With Sword and
Nobody
Shield,
finds that shady?
No. They did it to be lazy. As of Sword and Shield, they only start putting the Pokemon you need in games. The other ones are removed.
Oh, because I was like, there's no Xerneas, Yveltal, and I don't think there's no Zygarde in the game. I don't know. That was just weird.
I wish, man. Let me actually check if he's in the game.
Any other? I'm trying to see if there's any connective tissue to like Kalos, just to like.
He's not in the game. Only Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion are secretly in the code.
Wait, Hoop Unbound is in the game?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean not Unbound. Okay. Oh, he's Unbound is in it too. Yeah.
Whoa! Wait, hold up. Click. Wait, that.
Yeah, Unbound is
I don't want to
another
scream
thing.
Too much in the mic. Wait, that thing up there is. That's him. That's him in the game.
It's his image, but like technically you could hack him in, but Serbi tries to be like, we haven't hacked, so he doesn't put the image.
What would you have to do to get him?
It would be you transfer from an old game. They're doing the tasteless stuff, but you see Hoopa Unbound, unlike other legendaries like Volcanion and Diancie, he has stats in his Unbound form that are as strong as like Rayquaza. So they had something. Maybe we'll get Pokemon Legends Hoopa. That's what you were saying the other day, right?
That's what I wish.
All right, so
let's continue. Yeah.
So he says the special terrestrial appearance I mentioned is a new game mechanic that was not announced in the promotional video. A new game mechanic. Some Pokemon will acquire new terrestrial forms. This is not something that exists right now. So this sounds like what I just described, which is
a form.
You get a Pokemon. My understanding of how it should work is you get a Pokemon, and if you give it a special terrestrial type that like they're meant to have that can trigger something, that'll also make them transform.
Wait, say it again?
So let's just pretend Tyranitar has like secret fighting primal energy in him, right? So if you give him a fighting terrestrial and you transform him, then you trigger it, that he'll actually undergo a change.
Yeah.
That's the idea I get from it. It would be a Mark T-Tar, by the way. I died again, even with the heat sink. All right, we'll let it cool a bit. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm completely going blank. You pick up. Give me something.
You get what I'm saying, right?
No, I do not get what
Okay,
you're saying
I'm
at
putting
all.
the camera on you. So listen.
I look a complete goof right now.
So you see how this Mega Evolution, right?
Yeah.
Do you know there's Gigantamaxes?
Somewhat, yeah.
So a Gigantamax is pretty much certain Pokemon like Charizard. When you Dynamax them, they transform too. So, Gigantamax Charizard. I know I'm dead, but I'll just show this. So in Gigantamax Charizard, it's literally like another Mega Evolution. He just doesn't get stat changes. So he loses his wings. They turn into like Moltres wings. And he's also standing on the ground. So the idea I'm getting is that even though every Pokemon can have all 18 types, that one of them is special to them. And so let's say if I get a Charizard and I give him ground and I terastallize him, that's a special one that's going to actually trigger a further terastallization that's actually going to change his form too.
Okay, so you're thinking that, so that's the missing link. So you think that whatever this special terastallization, it's beyond just like a typing, it gives it a form.
Yeah, to go with that typing.
To go with the form. So it doesn't matter what it is. If it's like a fire type and a fire terastallizes, it's more than just a fire terastallization. It's going to take
he has a form. And maybe he has different stat changes, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
And so that would essentially be Mega Evolution.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he says the new Switch model I announced is, I translated it just says like the new gen of Switch. I don't know, it doesn't mean anything. Also, as far as I know, the second DLC is scheduled to be released actually next year. This guy did the biggest yawn. Next year. Yo, yawn is just there. They're like, I just saw your yawn on replay. That's funny.
I look like a lion or something.
Yeah.
Or a gorilla. It's not supposed to come out in 2024 though.
So in the trailer, they say planned release date.
You think they're gonna have to take that long to create it?
It's planned. Yeah, bro. I think they're falling behind schedule. I think they also fell behind schedule with BDSP and Legends. I think BDSP was supposed to come out earlier, and Legends was supposed to be in November.
Yeah, recently a lot of games have been delaying it. So
it's because of the 2020 thing.
No, there's a lot of titles that are getting delayed, so I'm not blind to it. But what was where were we at before? What were we talking about, like the typing?
We're saying it's gonna get pushed. If this guy's right, it's getting pushed to next year.
Oh man, so they're gonna take some time,
right? Okay, so of course here's the thing. He could, like I said, so one thing, these guys sometimes put fake information, right? Mm-hmm. And the other thing is this guy could have just gotten the key from his friend, who's the actual guy who posted this. But also, if you notice, he used a different key here. So if he wants to show up again, he's the only one who knows this.
He needs to know the word. Yeah.
Yeah. So he can show up again if he needs. So one idea is maybe either one, he has some false information here, or two, this isn't the same guy. But here's what I noticed.
Who do we just summon?
Really cool. I'll show him, but I hope he hasn't like posted something weird, bro.
Frick. Some profanity.
Look at this. Since you are all spoiled with this, yeah. He just, like, I don't even have to read the rest of this. He's saying us reading this spoiled us. He's almost vouching that it is the right guy. He did return. Like, he just proved this. I didn't prove, but...
Since you were all spoiled with this, yep. Am I allowed to read this?
Read it.
Mega is the only one that's exclusive to a limited amount of Pokemon, while others got both public and privileged facets
on Pokemon Stadium. So what he's saying is, in early November, he posted this image and he said one of them is different. Which? I mean, I try to think. So Megas, certain Pokemon get them. Both Megas and Z moves, you need to hold items. Both, but the answer is, later posted the answer is Megas. This is the one that stands out. And what he's saying in his explanation, just in the recent tweet, is that the reason Megas stand out is because with Z moves and Dynamaxes and Terastal, all Pokemon get it, while Mega Evolution is only for like the specific 30 that got it. But I don't know why he said that right here, but he's saying and privileged facets. So maybe he's confirming that there's certain Pokemon that get privileged facets, like Terastal forms are real. So I mean, that's a weird way to find out that this is real.
Yeah, but like at this point, it's if it's real, but like Terastal these. So this is kind of like implying that these Terastal forms would be like more than just, it'd be closer to Mega.
Like think more Gigantamax, but yeah. But the thing is, like, it can't just be an empty form change. There has to be like some stat gain, or what's the point of transforming if it's just a completely visual?
I'm trying to see, is this like, this is starting to look a bit more closer towards Mega than it is. Like a terrestrialization form, like, seems more like a Mega type.
Yeah, it would be more Mega. They would have.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the previous. I'm talking about what we're trying to like figure out right
the terrestrial
now.
forms.
Yeah, this new one. Because what is he saying right now?
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the leak, but his specific wording is focus on the details I gave.
Okay.
So he says focus on what we gave. He says Pokemon. So for terrestrializing, Pokemon are gonna get public. So all Pokemon are gonna be able to do it, and then some are gonna have privileged versions of it, so special ones. So let's not worry about the leak, because obviously he can throw in some fake information, but he's saying there's going to be like special version of terrestrializing for certain Pokemon.
So what are those? That's what I'm trying to say, those special ones. Like those special ones would be more than just typing, it'd be form, right? That's what we're kind of saying.
It would they have to get like stat changes like a Mega Evolution.
Yeah, so doesn't that seem very close towards just getting to like,
It is just Mega.
it's Mega Evolution. Like I'm saying that because we were talking about like X and Y and how the flower. Yeah. I'm trying to see if does terrestrialization, is it just like almost like a distant cousin of Mega Evolution?
It could be, especially if these terrestrializers are real. Like you never know.
Like what if on that side, right? There's like some form of like hexagon voodoo stuff going on, right? And then that involves Zygarde, and then that involves the flower, which all has this glowy kind of crystal
gem,
thing.
yeah.
And that's Mega and Kalos. Then if you kind of go to its distant cousin, you're in Paldea, right?
It could be a cousin.
And in Paldea, you have like a different hybrid hexagon-y thing, and that's the turtle, and that's all that nonsense, and that becomes terrestrialization. So you have like
they're cousins or something.
They're mega thing. But then what you just said, normal terrestrialization, it could just work on any damn Pokemon. Just like, let's say there was some such thing as
translate into which language?
Shut up. Sorry.
That's scary, man.
It's my fault.
You're saying, is there maybe like if there was like a normal Mega Evolution everyone could do?
Yeah. So in the same respect, you'd be like, imagine it was a Mega Evolution that everyone could do. It wouldn't be a Mega Evolution. It would almost just be like using
like a 50% buff
using like focus energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, huh!
And then you use it on like Aerodactyl and he transforms.
Yeah, like, or something like that. But Mega Evolution is the second tier. Just like that, terrestrialization, there's a first tier, which can work on anyone, and then there's a second tier.
Yeah, so there's no first tier for Megas, pretty much, yeah.
So I'm waiting for Crystal Onyx or something. Like what's a terrestrialization second form?
Oh, yeah, so if you give... Crystal Onyx is found in the water, right, in the anime, for some reason?
Isn't he just like in an ice cave?
I think it's in the water. I think he's like taking a bath.
That's why he's like in some winter zone. This guy's Crystal Onyx taking a bath.
I swear, look, he's in the water.
Oh my god, he's right. And I watched this on TV when I was a kid.
So maybe you give him water, and he actually, hey, Onyx should do that. Is Onyx in the game?
Yo,
he's not in the game. Maybe he's in the transfers.
That's like the perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
I love how there's a Charmeleon playing soccer with the piece of Crystal Onyx. What is that?
That's crazy.
He's excused. I hope that's Ash's Charmeleon.
How is this buy a Pokeball for Decidueye UI still here? Is my thing glitched? Yeah, someone said maybe Megastones are extremely concentrated terrestrial energy. That's what I'm wondering. Like, are they going to reveal that Mega... The reason I think they might not reveal they're linked is because Pokemon doesn't want to start closing the universe. They're just adding more and more things.
They're just trying to keep it as open.
So they don't want to
start
connecting them together yet.
Not yet. There's still... I think right now Pokemon is still trying to figure out a more solid identity.
Yeah.
So
and they've
if they close it off, they make it hard to like reopen back up, right? That'll make people upset. So if they keep kind of leaving like ends kind of loose, they can keep trying for different ideas, and then they can be like, that works. Let's try to bring it, and then they can form.
And they're still building the universe more and more. Like they introduced regional variants. That's all they have to do. But then they started introducing regional variants that could evolve. You know that, right? Like Obstagoon. And then they started introducing regional fakes.
Yeah.
They don't have to keep innovating, but they're still trying to continue building the world. So that's the only Pokemon, man. Like if one of us is running Pokemon, like everyone always says like, bro, it's easy, let me take over Pokemon, but they know what they're doing.
Yeah, But you have to remember that they're a bit different. They have to move again. They also have to move a bit differently because you know that whole thing about Pokemon's like kind of publicly traded.
Yeah.
So like the way they have to operate is a bit more towards. Again, you have to think of it like you know how like for example, you know when you look at like simple products like this, right? Like everybody has their gripes. They want it to be better innovated, better this, better that. But then you know Apple will be like, just the same phone and stuff like that. Like what I'm saying is because you're dealing with a publicly traded company, they're not going to move the same way as like a fan company that's like think of if you had Pokemon, if there's a Pokemon franchise that was publicly traded and a Pokemon franchise that wasn't publicly traded, but they're both equal in terms of how dangerous they were. One has full incentive to not change anything as long as it fetches the same amount of money. The other one is incentive to like they're just gonna constantly.
But the thing
innovate.
is, they're winning without innovating more.
But that's the thing. They don't have to because they have the algorithm correct. Same thing with Apple. Apple does not need to create some really different device like this. They can make the exact same phone and it'll sell and it'll do the same thing because they've created that system where they don't need to. And like I said, there's no competitor to like there's no real competitor to Apple, right? There's no real competitor to Pokemon. So these games, like I'm just saying, if you talk about like the public traded, it's harder to get like they're good.
They're good, but I'm saying like if sometimes if you innovate and you already had something working, you break it.
Yeah.
But they keep innovating and they keep moving in the right direction. Like for example, when they stopped doing megas, we're like, bro, Pokemon's done. They screwed up. But then they blew it out. Like they
somehow got past it.
They got past. Like they know what they're doing. Their intentions with megas were probably from X and Y. They already had a plan to make gimmicks for each region.
I wish we could do. I think we should try to do polls. You know, what would be cool. I wanted to do a poll. Be like, do you guys think like? Do you think Pokemon, based off how things are going right now, do you think Pokemon knows what it's doing as a company, or do you think they're like, you know what I mean?
I'll do a poll right now. Do you think Pokemon knows what they're doing?
Yeah, like in terms of like the direction. Do you think they know what they're doing, or do you think they're just like playing random and they just got lucky with this? You know?
Is Pokemon smart or lucky? What's the question?
I don't know. I wanted to make it like a proper.
Pokemon know
I want it easy to answer for people. Just like,
do you think Pokemon know what they're doing? We'll just do that.
Like, do you think they're a lot more like, trust me, guys, we got this? Or you do back in the lab, they're like, what did we just do?
Okay, I asked, does Pokemon know what they're doing? Brackets, are they smart?
Yeah, like, or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it the right kind of timing? And they're just like I said, literally what I just said. Are they going back to the lab and being like, yo, guys, we sold 20 million copies. What do we do right? Or is it like, we put this plan together, let us see. And then like, 20 million. Exactly the way we planned. Like, are they?
I think it's half and half, but more the plan.
The plan?
I think 80% plan, 20% trial error. Some of the trial error was in the Mega Evolution stuff because if they had a plan that it'd be changing gimmicks, they should have put more of a hint that there won't be any more Megas. Because then people would have been more accepting to what's next. Someone said, nah, they're winging it straight up. They're winging it.
That's how it feels like to me.
They're winging it like 2 years in advance.
But that's what it feels like to me. It's almost like a rapper who's almost like just freestyling his music, and like even though you know he's not doing his best work, the songs just I don't know. It's work. Like it feels like they're winging it. It doesn't feel like.
But they might be winging it because that's the most effective though, not because they're. Not competent.
So to me, it almost seems like they're getting lucky. Like they're doing an idea, they're doing an idea. So with Scarlet and Violet, I think it worked and it won. But the reason why I think Scarlet and Violet worked was because the way they opened the game up, right? Like the Pokemon are not necessarily the best designs.
Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah, they're not the best designs.
Which one are you talking to particularly? They're gonna hate you. You can't mention any.
Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. I'll rip you guys.
You can't say you hate any Pokemon. Someone's a big fan of them.
Who?
Any Pokemon, Dunsparce.
I'll roast all you.
Well, let's get you back on topic. You said the Pokemon aren't that good in Scarlet and Violet.
This guy wanted me to not go after the fans. I'm like, yo, open me the chat, bro. We want to fight you guys.
Like for example, if you say like, bro, I hate the starters are all mascots. There's some people who like that they're mascots now.
Wait, how many of you? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be like, y'all like the Cha-Cha bird? Really? Really, guys?
I'll be honest. I've seen more hate for Quacks than I don't even know his name. Quackquavel, and then
he did. I saw him in the game. The end.
He freaked me out, bro.
Who has like the rival has
Quavel?
one?
You fought Quavel. Who's Quavel?
Quavel.
Clavel.
Is that his name?
Clavel has it for you, yeah.
Oh yeah. Professor
Dr. Quavel.
this guy. And said, but the Pokemon comes out and it's like doing this cha-cha thing. I'm like, this is Blastoise's predecessor, like Blastoise.
Gen 9 Blastoise, yeah.
And this is Blastoise's. I'm like, I'm the one who's wrong here, guys.
Here, I have old notes for this. Let me ask you what your thoughts on these are.
Yeah. This just turned into like a smorgasbord of nonsense.
Yeah,
We're just literally just hanging out. We gotta get the cameras, all that stuff better.
Yeah. Bro, I put the heat sink on the camera and it's still overheated.
We gotta figure that out.
I think something, maybe the temperature is wrong in this room or something, because the other camera messed up too. I don't know what went wrong.
Yeah, we have to rigorously test. That one went wrong too, right?
Yeah. Bro, I just tested that camera. I had it run for 3 hours.
I don't know then. It's got to be running perfectly fine. Don't know. We even have the... Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, so I'm going to ask you 4 questions, okay? And then chat, you answer as well. Well, I mean, here's the poll results. You can see it on your screen, right?
Yeah, I'm actually participating.
Why are you... This is for you.
I'm going to help manipulate the...
If you vote, I'm going to see the change.
Uh-huh.
I just saw it go up one. Did you vote?
I did. I'm not allowed to vote?
It's 67% yeah, they're smart, 33% no.
I'm not...
Which one did you vote? You voted no.
But no. I'm part of the 33%.
All right. I'm going to end this poll and start a new one. Actually, it's too many questions. I'm going to ask you a question, okay?
Yeah, ask me a question.
So, Scarlet and Violet introduced regional variants. Teacher, why you still got a Christmas tree? It's not... So, there's 2 regional variants in Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
What the heck?
It's in front of you, by the way.
You mean these guys?
Regional variants.
Tauros.
So, there's Tauros and then...
And Wooper.
So, which one you like better?
Tauros.
You don't like Quacks? You don't like Clodsire? Do you know there was a poll? Where do you think Clodsire voted for the most popular Scarlet and Violet Pokemon? Or I think just most popular Pokemon.
This guy got voted, what, top 5?
Top 2. Clodsire.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know, man.
Why? Top 2?
But
again,
I get what they're going for though. It's cool in the sense that it's
So let me get this straight. This is top 2 in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
So whoever agrees with that, tell me what your top 2 is in Gen 3.
It's probably like Blaziken and then Rayquaza. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
So
definitely
Rayquaza.
That's the second coming of Rayquaza. There he is right there.
All right. So
It looks like Wishcash fused with Wooper.
Whiscash fused with Wooper?
Yeah, and then got hit by the chocolate beam from Majin Buu.
Bruh. Yeah, I always think, well, where did my freaking... I had pictures of, like, all the cross evolutions and
All
stuff.
his notes are gone.
Bro.
I'm going to vote again just so I can, like, get you off my poll. Get off. Dismiss this poll.
I guess I could show you this. This is,
See, some guy said Blaziken. That's something. See, someone put Mudkip and Groudon, Swampert, Blaziken. I'm like, come on. Wooper, what's going on here?
right, this is just art by Starguard Sora. This is some people's interpretation back then when we were trying to figure out the 3rd legendary. You know what a biblically accurate angel is, right? Oh, don't worry about that.
A biblically accurate angel?
Yeah, so in the
That would be
in like a verse, they describe the angel of having like eyes all around, 4 wings, looking like 4 babies or something. So some people try to design one to look like that. I'd pull up a picture, but it looks kind of freaky sometimes.
We're going into the Bible for this?
Yeah. I mean, they thought that's what maybe Heath saw, like some angel looking thing. Okay, fine. I mean, I don't have the pictures anymore, but for cross evolutions, there's 4 cross evolutions of Pokemon. Do you know them in Scarlet and Violet?
Cross evolution is Toadstool is one, right?
No, he's not him.
That's not a cross evolution?
Cross evolution is like Electivire. So he's a Gen 1 Pokemon that evolved in Gen 4.
Oh, Annihilate?
Yeah.
That's the only one I have in my brain that's like, oh, heck no, that giraffe. That was
You
real.
don't like the giraffe?
No, I do not. The hoodie giraffe?
Bro, that looks like, to me, that looks like a giraffe. That looks like what they had planned back in Gen 1.
Him having the hoodie?
Bro, I'm telling you, Pokemon's supposed to be stupid.
Am I the... Okay, you know what? Okay.
Bro, no, people agree. People...
Okay, Okay, fine.
People agree with you. They think Pokemon's supposed to be badass, but I'm always trying to
That's
say.
what I was gonna say. Open the poll back up. Is Pokemon supposed to be more badass design based, or is it supposed to be like I like using the example of One Piece and Dragon Ball Z. You see how Dragon Ball Z is kind of like going the cool side. They try to make everything look cool, and the One Piece is like what make everything look like Kizaru.
This guy.
Like, come on.
I put a poll. Don't vote on this one.
I won't, but like, I always want Pokemon to be more towards the badass side. I'm never.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, there's some weird things like the Z move dances. That's the goofiness too. But you have to understand that sells to kids.
What?
Actually, I don't know if it sells to kids. I don't think I'd be a kid doing the Z move dances.
No, I'm not doing that either. Actually, it might happen. When I was a kid, I was doing the whole Power Rangers transformation.
Dances. Yeah, so it sells. Like, they know what they're doing. Yeah. You think Masuda doesn't find it cringe himself? You think he's like completely unaware it's cringe? You think he's like dumbfounded at the comments, like, what? It's cringe? I didn't know.
He had a big role in this game, right?
I don't even know.
Masuda, wasn't he like probably more involved?
Masuda left Game Freak, but he's working with Pokemon now. I don't know if he had a.
He left?
He's higher up now.
Oh, he promoted.
Because Pokemon, I think, goes into 3 Nintendo Game Freak creatures. I think he's moved up now.
Oh wow!
But I don't know what role he played.
I was wondering if he actually.
Who said I agree with Danny? Who the fuck's Danny?
Daddy, I'm not. It better not be me. That's just. I'm just trying to imagine myself being outside. Someone's like, "Yo, Daddy." I'm like, "What? Yo, don't. You better not be talking to me."
All right, Annihilate. Good or bad? Rate.
Out of what, 10?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like the pizza ranking thing. That's how I like ranking them. You're not gonna get it, but
pizza ranking.
Basically, you'll get what I mean. Out of 10, I'd give this like a 7-9.
Okay, what do you hate about it? 7.9. What do you hate about it?
The fact that it's just too far away of what Primeape is.
Okay.
So it's like it's honestly it's not the worst design I see. Like, it's still got the shackles on its arm and stuff, but or it doesn't.
It does. Did Primeape used to have those?
Yeah, he has those, but I don't even know if they're shackles, to be honest. At first, it's kind of weird. But look, his left hand doesn't have one.
Yeah, he broke it. He got a bit more angry.
The right one's cracked.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't fall off. Okay, so
I give it honestly. I'll bump it up a bit. I'll give it 8-1.
The thing is, Katka leaked some Pokemon that evolved that some didn't, but I stopped looking at them, so I forgot. I think this might have been one of the ones he leaked having an evolution. But the first time I saw it was in the Team Stargirl. Is that when you saw it?
Him?
Yeah. The wrestling Team Stargirl.
Yeah, I think that'd be
what was your reaction?
When I first saw it, my first question was, because I didn't know what it was. I'm like, is this
like a different Mankey?
Is it just gone? Is it a Mankey or Primeape going across, or is it gone up?
It's a Primeape up.
It's above Primeape.
It's a Magmortar for Primeape.
Remember what I was saying? Okay, so it's a very, very cool design. Like, it's interesting, right? Yeah. But again, I had such high hopes for Primeape evolving. Like, I'm from the era that watched the TV show when Ash had the Primeape that beat everyone up, and then went to the tournament, the fighting tournament, fought the Hitmonchan, beat that thing up, became the champion, and got released by Ash, and was all crying when Ash left. Like, that cool Primeape.
Yeah. This is a Pokemon fan game. This guy, essentially, they gave him. You'd pick an Annihilate over him, yeah?
No, I'd take an Annihilate over him.
Right.
That looks like a Warthog.
All right, cool. So, Annihilate stats are extremely high, by the way.
That's pretty good.
Now, he's a proper man.
Yo, by the way, guys, he's actually in my party.
Yeah, what did you name yours?
I forgot. I named him a really jokey name.
Let's see what it is.
I'm going to go find his name.
And then I'll tell you something.
My Pokemon got the best names.
King Gambit brought more goofiness to Bisharp. He did.
King Gambit is the coolest. I love King Gambit.
All right, what's the nickname?
Hold on. Stop. Okay, hold on. Wait. He's here. Here he is.
You know, because I pulled up the picture because I was going to show him a better idea. And then the moment I saw it, I'm like, wait, this is not better. What was the Pokemon's name? Imperla. Yeah, this thing looks so much better in my head.
Oh, never mind.
Annihilate was actually good.
His name wasn't that cool. I just called him Shady.
Shady?
Yeah. Because he looks shady as heck. Look at his eyes.
Okay, so here, let's see how I can. Okay, here. So here's the deal with Primeape, right?
I'm like playing Pokemon Violet now.
If you go to,
is this for Annihilate?
I'm just going through Primeape's Pokedex entries.
Yeah.
But my freaking my keyboard keeps dying.
we're so glitched out in this thing, keyboard, everything.
I can't find.
Primate.
So Pokemon Crystal, it will beat anyone who makes it mad, even if it has to chase them until the end of the world.
Yeah,
so
that-
Primeape, he can't turn off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He just gets mad.
They're gonna rage thingy.
Then, okay, in Pokemon Sun, Primeape has been known to become so angry that it dies as a result. Its face looks peaceful in death, however.
Jesus, what the heck!
Think about that.
It becomes so angry that it dies as a result.
Yeah,
And then what? It becomes Annihilate.
that's what it means. When he gets so mad, he dies. That's how he evolves.
So he just gets so angry that he evolves into. Wait, what's the method to evolving Annihilate?
So he has a move called like Rage Fist. You just have to use it 20 times
or something, right?
But that's so they
maybe
built.
maybe that's to instigate that. Like he just gets so angry, just uses it.
Yeah.
He's just like
So, but that's exactly what.
the
why
Holy Ghost.
That's pretty cool. Once you have a bit of context to how he looks like that, right?
That's kind of cool.
So he's a dead, like stuck and angry, monkey.
But why do I feel like they should have evolved him and then have that happen? But that's 4 forms. That won't work.
So instead of being an evolution, it's pretty much just a dead Primeape. Like it's not like he gets big and scaly.
this is kind of how they kind of could have done a Marowak.
They should make a ghost
Like the Holy
Marowak.
Ghost Marowak.
Like the mother or something. Yeah. Okay, so that's one cross evolution. Where's the site?
I'll change that one to like an. I'll keep it at 7-9.
Guys, where did my site go? Let's see.
Come on, there it is. Oh wait, we're back.
Oh, that was the site. You're right. Okay, so that's one. You rated at some point. All right.
Okay, I think I do have to bump that score back up because I realize it's going downhill from now.
No. Keep it.
7-9. Then this is
So-
about to get real shady.
So when you saw you see what's on screen, right?
Yes, I'm ready for my score.
Did you even notice?
No.
But did you? How did you notice then?
Huh?
How did you notice?
I think Arvin's describing them or something. Somebody was describing them at some point.
No one's describing them. Like a random trainer?
I swear someone was talking about like. No,
I don't think so.
there's something in the game when I played,
Maybe it's an NPC.
and when I was playing in the beginning, all I remember seeing it, and then I was like, and then after seeing it a few times, I was just like, it was you
Bro,
notice it.
someone freaking super chatted 200, man.
Yo,
Been meaning to give this to you for a while, as I love your content. Hopefully, this can help for future vids or something.
That's very kind of.
Why have you done this?
Yeah, like-
this man's like this very.
No,
All right, big up Shiny Chaos. Listen, I appreciate it. Listen,
up to you.
Y'all don't have to do this. Listen,
no. He's like, listen, no, you guys don't have to do it, but it's just, I don't know, it's nice.
who broke Tita LMAO? Listen, okay, listen.
Who broke him? Shout out to all you that support. That's dope. Shout out. What, is that the guy Shining Chaos?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, shout out to Shining Chaos.
Yo, is that Sai?
Like,
What the frick is the profile picture?
Yeah, who is this guy in your profile?
It might be a new anime, bro. We haven't watched the new ones. Okay, the Dunsparce.
Shout out, yeah.
I don't know, guys. Is there an NPC who does this?
There's some. Okay, anyways, are you ready for my score?
Yeah,
0.1.
actually,
Huh?
be real, like 2.
Okay. I'll give us like a 2-2.
All right. See, I try to, support the what's the word? Who bring out the Pokemon as goofy thing, but they gotta help me sometimes too, man.
2-2. What is this?
So when did you first notice though? Is that some NPC in the game?
Okay, it was. I may be getting it wrong. I swear someone described it. If not, I do definitely recall looking at it and being like, at some point I realized that it was the different one. Just when you're fighting, you just look at, you're like, wait, you got to be kidding me. Is this like an evolve?
That's the best way to meet it, I think.
Right? Like you're just fighting. You're just like, wait,
Well, you don't even tell, but
is this
to
literally-
me, some people said Larry. How I don't think I noticed Larry.
somebody said something about it. I swear.
Maybe. But for me, like, so someone or Ku or Kak already leaked it, right? That it's getting evolution. Something is gonna turn to like this. It's gonna
Cool.
get white wings and turn to a dragon or something. But the funniest thing is when Larry sends it out and you see the name and you know it says Dunsparce, but something's wrong. It says the Dunsparce. Like, the name didn't get you?
The Dunsparce.
When he sends it out, it's the Dunsparce.
Really?
Okay, the name didn't get you then.
I'm just disgusted at this Pokemon. Like, you know this is from Pokemon Silver, right?
Yeah.
Like, this guy's from Pokemon Silver.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Pokemon Silver, there's a special
The guy
spot.
digging.
You have to go to, the guy digging, exactly. And you go into his cave, and then he finds Dunsparce. So you're supposed to be like, what is unique about this? So I was always thinking this was like a Magikarp waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if it would evolve, it would go into some crazy... Even when you look at it, it has kind of like these kind of like sleepy eyes.
yeah.
Like,
it looks like a Magikarp.
It would have grew into something that just kind of like... But I give it a 2-2.
I know what they're going for, and it's cool in that sense, but
Type in Dunsparce evolution. See if someone else has like something that looks better. No. The thing on the right.
This?
That's closer.
Oh, that's pretty
Wouldn't
good.
that been? That's closer. Wouldn't that been so cool? Like this kind of like.
or this if it was drawn.
That's a bit more Dragonair-ish, but
all right, like this.
no. Like go back to the first guy.
This guy.
Like I know that's not the best cartoony art, but you see how he still has the lazy eye thingy.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
So he looks
man.
very very lazy eyed.
Okay, you know
that.
what? The facts are that would have been better.
Like if imagine right now that came out. You're like, wait, that's what Dunsparce becomes. That is so cool. That's very very
Yeah.
dope. And then we have the dun.
Listen, I'll allow the Dunsparce, but I think give us more badass designs at times. So the thing with Dunsparce is if you evolve him, there's a 1% chance that instead of it being 2 segments, that it's 3 segments.
And then it's Dunsparce.
It's still it's the exact same Pokemon,
Oh.
same stats. I don't know what the point is. Okay, so
So you get a 2-2.
Oh, you got a 2.2.
Yeah.
All right,
Listen,
figure
I,
out.
I think Annihilate is just gonna go to a 10 now.
The Pokedex entry helps, right?
Huh?
The Pokedex entry.
The entry actually helped, but
It
more
helps.
importantly, you guys just suck.
Okay, so Frigoraph.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a 5-3.
Damn.
Why
I like
am I
it, bro. I'll
supposed?
give it an 8.
Why? Because it has a hoodie.
I just think it looks cool, man.
But like the back became the front.
Yeah, they're working together now. They're working together and like they watch each other's backs. Look, he closed his mouth.
If anybody, put in the comments your own score too, man. I give this guy a 5-3.
All right, guys, vote for Frigoraph.
I'm gonna see if people are thinking I'm mad. Have I lost my marbles? I'm giving him a 5-3.
See, he has an ability that his other head is watching, so you can't use priority moves. No, that's not what it. Yeah, that is what it says.
Wait, mans are all saying 8 out of 10.
Yeah, bro, Frigoraph is sick.
Damn. Listen, I'm sorry I upset you guys.
I mean, what did you?
7.6.
No. What did you think would happen? It's gonna get wings and fly. It's a giraffe, man.
I never wanted him to even be chosen as a.
This guy.
What-
But you know what's good though.
Why? What?
No, just about this game is that Pokemon does this thing where they try to pretend like everything is planned, right? So when they make a new evolution, like for example, there's no, okay, Leafeon, right? We could always use a Leaf Stone, so why couldn't we make Leafeon? Their answer is that no, you have to go to the Moss Rock, right? And so every time they introduce evolutions, they try to make it something you couldn't do in a previous game. Even at the start with Seadra, there's no Dragon Scale for you to get in Gen 1 to get Kingdra. So they got to a point where they're just like after Gen 4.
Those are great designs. The Pokemon you're talking right now, though.
Kingdra,
Leafeon, those are great designs.
Steelix is sick.
Steelix, like
Scizor.
Gen 2 had the best. See, that's badass. Scizor, Steelix, Espeon, Umbreon. Come on, those are designs.
Yeah, frick. But yeah, so Pokemon got to a point where after Gen 4, they never did that ever again. They stopped evolving Pokemon. And so Gen 4 was 2006. So it had been like a decade, and then X and Y comes out, still no one evolves. Then finally Sun and Moon comes out, and we get regional variants, but they still never revisited old Pokemon. But then Gen 8 came, and they did this thing where to go with their idea that, everything is planned, they made it so, yes, fine, we'll make evolutions to Pokemon, but then, like, it's like look here, Obstagoon. We'll make it look like Lanu never could evolve. But if you technically find the regional variant, he actually evolves.
That's a real thing.
You don't know Obstagoon? Nah, you saw him at the very start when he was announced. You just forgot, I think.
This is real.
All right, let me show you. So Lanoon, there's a different one where he's like,
Wait, this is real?
oh, maybe you don't know.
What game is this from?
It's Sword and Shield. So there's a Thug Lanoon. And if you level him up at night, he evolves. He stands up, and he's like a basketball player. And he actually has crazy stats. Like, look, that's Lanoon. That's like close to Annihilate.
I had no idea. This is an evolved form of it?
So yeah, it's an evolution of Lanoon, but only a regional variant has it. It's maybe an idea that the regional.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, maybe the Galar one went through.
So why is
times.
Laloon blah 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 looks so much better than. That looks way cooler than what I've been seeing so far.
What do you mean?
That looks cool.
This isn't Lanoon though.
I know, but he's a regional variant, but he's
not a regional variant of Lanoon. He's Lanoon evolved.
yeah.
Okay. But see, this is what they started to do because also, you know the Eviolite item?
Yeah.
That's also part of the equation. So if a Pokemon could never evolve before, then Eviolite doesn't work on them. But now technically, if you gave an Eviolite to Giraffrig, it would work.
Yeah, because that's an evolved form, right?
Yeah, but so to cover all their tracks, they just stopped doing like cross evolutions at all. I think technically there is one after Gen 4, it's Sylveon. But then they stopped doing them. Mm-hmm. So what's good about this game is they kind of just like let that go, and they actually went back and revisited Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. They went
like,
back instead
since Gen 4, yeah.
And they try to give some like older Pokemon. So like I know you guys are saying Giraffrig got one.
So yeah, because if this was before, they would have given Giraffrig a regional variant, then evolved it.
Yeah.
But it's cool that it's Giraffrig himself.
I think it does help a bit more knowing that he's an evolved. That's an evolved form, right?
Yeah.
So when it evolves, the tail just goes, zoom, it just like rotates to the front.
Something happens, yeah. I think it's good. Okay, so
all right.
Then there's one more.
Okay, fine. Oh,
this one is crazy, dude.
This one I give like I don't know. I might be subjective right now. I'm giving this like a 9.2.
Why can't we give it a 10?
I give it a 10. I just feel like people are gonna be like, how do you give Annihilate? Like,
I guess 10's one.
You gave Giraffrig a 5.9 and this a 10. I'm like, yes, I gave exactly that. You want to compare the two of them together?
Bro, this Pokemon's crazy.
This guy's so cool. Like you know, so weird. Before I even saw King Gambit in the game, I saw Bisharp and I was like, because like when you see him in like just a sprite form in the previous games, he looks cool. You know, when he's just got the arm up, and I'm like, this guy looks gangster. When I saw him in like the world, I was like, I don't know if it's just me, but when you play Scarlet and Violet, sometimes some of the Pokemon kind of look kind of like smoothened out and they don't look as badass.
They change like the texture.
Like Luxray didn't look as cool as he does as a sprite. His ears are all out and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like look at him. You see, like usually he's more perched back.
Yeah. No, like if you go to his sprite,
it's hard that's to tell. The sprite that I remember.
Yeah, that's Luxray. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely messed. Oh, it's like flat out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like flat out. Like just like it looks like Exploud, but.
So they probably made Bisharp look different in this game, right?
Yeah, so Bisharp looks. If you look at him, see, he looks a bit kind of like.
Oh, they kind of less
detailed, right? So I was like, and then I saw King Gambit, and I'm like, what?
That's crazy. Yo, King Gambit. Maybe Kaka talked about it, but I don't remember anything about Bisharp evolving.
Yeah.
But you said you ran into it before.
I saw it I don't know if I saw it. I swear I fought it in the wild, and I thought, and I beat it up thinking I'd find another one.
Guys, does King Gambit appear in the wild?
Please tell me, has anyone seen a Bisharp in the wild?
No, King Gambit.
King Gambit. I swear, if only I had like a record button.
Oh, someone says cringes on King Gambit. They hate it.
Why do you cringe? What do you cringe?
Yo, it's Shining Chaos. He cringed on King Gambit.
Wait, Shining Chaos cringed on King Gambit?
Yeah.
Come back here.
Maybe he has to clear it up.
I'm the only guy who still.
Maybe. He's in a Terra raid. Did you see him in a Terra raid?
Maybe. I just know I fought him in the wild, and I was like, I'm just gonna find him again, so I'll beat him up. I cannot be bugging.
That's crazy.
Why is Shining Chaos cringing over King Gambit? Shining Chaos, what score? I need a score. You scored him 10. I gave him a 9.2. Shining Chaos is gonna give him like a 3.
No, he cringed, which means like it should not exist.
It should not exist.
Look, someone said I saw him in wild in bamboo area.
So you seen him? Someone said 1 out of 10. Oh my god.
I don't know. But okay, bro, I saw him when Yita sent it out, and Bro, that was the craziest thing ever.
Someone's like, okay, I have to figure out where I seen him from. I encountered.
It might have
him
been a terror raid.
I fought him in some way, shape, or I fought him in some form. So I at some point, but some guy was like, some person was just saying, they don't like the mustache and stuff. Yo, the thing is, this is kind of trying to do the whole samurai thing. It's actually a funny thing. You know what? I nicknamed him, right?
Jin's dad.
Yeah, I named him after Jin's dad from Ghost of.
What's his name?
Kazumasa.
Watanabe.
Watanabe? Isn't that like a player in the NBA?
There's no way, bro.
There's a player in the,
a Japanese guy made it to the NBA?
Yuta Watanabe, Japanese player. Dun, 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 dun. He played for the Raptors.
This guy played 6 minutes.
He's doing his thing. Okay, anyways, let's get back. So this is supposed to be more samurai thing. Like if you know, like if you play like some of those old samurais, they'd be like mustaches.
Yeah, but so why is he saying to get rid of the you know, he would look like an uncle if you got rid of the mustache, right? He would look he would look stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I can understand what they're saying about like the mustache just being like weird, but that's actually like if you type in like Ghost of Tsushima armor, like you'll see kind of like these like depictions of how armor is. Like it's supposed to be mustachy. Some of the armor is mustachy. Like I need to find like a special armor piece. These are the worst ones to use.
It's like an opposite.
Oh no.
Oh, this?
But like that's an example.
Oh no, that's actually what it is.
That's an example of like what those masks are. You see how like there are samurai attire where it's like a mustache was just part of like the thing. I think that's where they were drawing inspiration from. I'm a bit open to where they got the inspiration from.
Bro, he's sick, man.
I think he's cool. He's just like an alpha samurai.
So when he's sent out, his hair's flowing and he just sits down. He's like, he's gonna have a talk with you.
Yeah, he's just like, and he just sits down.
Yeah, he's like, we need to talk. He sits down when he enters battle.
It seems like I don't know. I like him.
No, he's sick, man. And I showed you this, right? Look, this is him. This is him doing his little fake bow.
I've never seen him do that. What does he have to do to get into that?
So he uses a move called Kowtow Cleave, and he does this thing where he looks like he's surrendering to the enemy, and he just stabs him with the sword.
He just stabs him. It's so cool. See, that's even more. I'm like, see, is he not like the Ghost?
Yeah. No,
like
honor.
He'll literally play honor. He'll sit there all like stoic, like come on, I'm here to like. And you know his abilities. Abilities for everyone that falls.
Some legendary ability, man.
You know the one for every single Pokemon that falls, he gets stronger.
Supreme
so this guy
Overlord.
pops up, and he's like, I'm gonna end you, right? Then all of a sudden he throws his honor away, and he's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And then he just stabs you. That is some Ghost.
That's sick.
That is some Ghost Jin Sakai thing to do.
Yo, we don't need honor, man. That's sick. I don't know what a Kowtow is, though.
Yeah, I don't know what a Kowtow is.
So those are the only 4 cross evolutions. So, you know, before the DLC trailer came out, I thought we should get like a new cross evolution.
So you think we'll get one?
I don't think
that's
so
a good.
anymore.
I think that's a good path, though. If they put one in each DLC, at least.
Yeah, I wanted that, but like, so I try to compare it to the Sword and Shield DLC. I think Sword and Shield for like common Pokemon, there's only one thing in that nature, and it was the Slowpoke.
Oh Lord, Slowpoke's got some weird things going on.
Like they just gave him a new.
Didn't he have it in his arm or something?
Yeah, so they made the armor, the one in the arm, and then the other one.
Oh, Slowpoke has so many.
I think that's the only thing they did. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to have a new cross evolution, a new regional fake, and a new regional variant. Just one, but it doesn't seem like it'll happen.
One of each. No, it's possible. It's possible. It just depends on if they've already made them or not. Does that make sense?
Shuckle evolution. You're not a fan?
Chef Shuckle? Bro, come on. We need more creativity. Like, what are we gonna turn Shuckle into? More Wiglets? Want to lose its shell and then it's just in the ground, or it's just like I'm Shuckle.
What do you think about Toadscrew and Wiggle? You like it or you don't?
No, I don't like them.
You don't like them?
Toadscrew.
You think they're just ugly but cool, or you're like, I hate that they did this? Like, do you think they're abhorrent, but you're like, fine, I like that they're in the game?
It's almost like I'm like, why? What is? Just go over there. Go run off over there.
Yeah. So they're appalling, but you're like, you want them in the game.
I guess just for the sake of like variety of just being able to be. But like,
I like what they did, man.
Like Toadscrew just chasing you around in the game.
I don't think they can keep up the same simple like name puns though. I think they're gonna have to. I think it's gonna be harder.
That's weird, man. I think for me, just because I came up from the old school way, like even tentacle. What the heck's going on here?
Let's just see what ideas people come up with. Yeah, keep going.
That's a kind of cool Pokemon.
Which one? Yeah. So, no. This is
Not this.
Which one?
I,
This?
oh no, you kind of passed it, but
Which one? This?
yo, do you see that photo there, like the top left?
Yeah.
Why does that look so much more like Lapras, almost like the turtle type?
Yeah. Yeah. What about that?
I don't know. It just seems.
Yeah, they should make a land Lapras, right?
Yeah. Just like,
That's what I want to see. I want to see. I mean, I guess you have to search convergent evolution, but this word's kind of too serious.
what is convergent evolution?
Yeah, convergent is like two independent animals. They both evolved to grow wings independently. So people try to like explain why Diglett evolved to independently start looking like why Wiglet started to look like Diglett. But I think it's too serious a term. They're just like, it's just Pokemon messing around.
Yeah.
Give me a Pokemon. Convergent evolution Lapras. Let's see if
Not so much like that. Like I was saying there's like a, when you see Lapras like that on the land, it kind of looks similar to like the way I want the turtle Pokemon from the Hexagon.
Oh yeah.
Like I want, like, I don't know what.
That's what you want the turtle to look like?
Not necessarily look like it. It just rings a bell. Just the way it's just lying there.
Yeah.
Versus the way we were kind of looking at the Paldea region. I don't know. Never mind. It's just,
Okay, I'll see this when you're back. This is a better example of someone said, I hate Wiglet. Why do you hate Wiglet? Like, why Persiker exists? Oh, do you even know Persiker?
Persiker? Who's Persiker?
I'll show it. Get your thing. I'll show it. I think you took a W not playing Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding. Sword and Shield's good. Shuckle Evolution Bug Dragon.
Shuckle Evolution Bug Dragon.
Okay, guys. So if you could bring in one regional fake into the DLC, what Pokemon should get it? Aside from Magikarp or Gyarados. DLC saves Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was trying to do the Scarlet and Violet thing with the rivals. They screw up the rivals, man. Marnie, Bede, Hop. We were supposed to have that whole final arc with them. I made a video about like what a third version of Sword and Shield would look like, but then I couldn't be bothered to edit it. But I was pretty much trying to actually give them a proper conclusion where they do something at the end. Okay, regional fake candidates. Someone said Bidoof, Jinx, Arbok, Flygon, Lantern Lady, and
Yo, male Jinx? That's a variant though. That's not an evolution, right?
yeah, but they should make a male Jinx species though.
Yo, Jinx evolve?
Yeah. There's good ideas for if Jinx evolves. Sorcerice.
That's actually pretty cool. Like a sorceress?
Yeah.
Like you use sorceress? Like I'm like in the middle of stuff. But you use sorceress or you put hex in its like
Yeah.
in its name. Like you put like hex
Hexer or
I
something.
don't know, like hex sorceress or something that'd be really cool.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming. Alakazam, Maractus. Guys, I don't think the badass Pokemon are getting regional fakes. Like Alakazam, Nidoking. Dragon. You think they make a... Nah, a Milotic regional fake? Nah, bro. I can't allow it.
They will not allow it.
Calling it now, female Bisharp coming. But Bisharp can be female already, can it? Psyduck, something casuals recognize. True. I imagine they have to be like Gen 1 Pokemon for now, but once we enter the second generation, it'll be free reigns. What mythical should get a variant? Bro, mythical, bruh. I don't think mythicals will get a variant for a while. But then again, if we take out the legendary beasts this gen, what's next? Because they've already tackled the Regis. What's the Gen 4 legends other than Mesprit? What legends are in Gen 4? Because you can't make variants to Mesprit unless you say that like Arceus also made like another group of 3. What the frick? Oh my goodness. What the frick is Aslef? Yeah, so the trio is... Nah, F Heath... Nah, it'd have to be like... I'm talking about like legendary trios. They've already added to the Gen 5 legends. They've already messed with the swords. I meant the Gen 5 legends as an Anamorous. Bro, they've already actually like dealt with everyone. What? It happened so fast. Literally between Sword and Shield Legends and Scarlet and Violet, they just dealt with a bunch of legendaries. Paradox Heatran, that could happen. Heatran has deserved that. What? 2011? Area? What's this? Are you freaking kidding me?
What's going on, man?
I don't know, man. All right. I have I'll show you this and end out. So this is a good example of what regional fakes should be.
What with Yodrio?
Yeah, no, trust. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, just came up. I'm so disoriented. Just grab my water bottle and other things here.
Imagine Mew having a Mega, bro. Don't even talk about that. Like this is the kind of fun I thought Mew would do. You need like one of this. Put on your lap in case it things.
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know when Mega in X and Y when Mega Mewtwo came out, I thought if you gave its Mega Stones to me, it would work.
You wanted to think that.
Yeah, why wouldn't it work?
You wanted to think that, but as if Mew was going to turn into the Punching Man. Like One Punch Man X form.
Yeah. By the way, guys, am I dropping frames or anything? Because I think I put the wrong settings. It just told me now. No, but think about it. If you make a Mega Stone for Mewtwo, it should work for Mew.
Technically.
So here's some fan art. So
unless it's never supposed to work on Mew.
Never?
Yeah.
As in?
Mewtwo's imperfect, and that I quit. Never mind.
Okay, I see where you're going. Somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know why. What the bro? Come on.
There's something cool with Mew in the extreme I played. Okay, so Yoduo and Yodrio. So the point of these is that they just look like Dodrio, and this is a good example here because they look like Dodrio and Doduo for no actual reason. It just so happens they look like them, but if you look at the features in specific, this is not it at all. Like these are its hands.
Yeah, they're not even close. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah.
And it's like a
Mankey.
Mankey.
Head is in the middle. Yeah.
Right, and this is a 3-arm dude. This is the idea that regional fake should be. It's just for some reason they look like another Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I hope they introduce another one. Paradox Fortress.
Yeah, well, the hope is that they do one of each in each DLC, right?
Yeah,
that'd be ideal. That just looks horrendous, but what the heck? Oh, what?
Hey, yo, this is probably what they do still.
That's what they would do. That like I'm trying to see if there's one that I would want. No. This one gets weird because you can't just look okay. Maybe the one on.
I gotta stop scrolling, but you know what you'll find.
Maybe go back up.
This?
No, the horn is weird. Go down. I think that the one you just did up there. That one's plain. Like go, just go down a bit. Now go right. Go that one right there. I think that's closer to what you can get. Like almost like this. Like
Okay, so it's like a Gardevoir then.
yeah, this almost looks like one of those like scary dolls.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh.
Like it's replaced the mannequin in a shop. You're just walking by and it's just like, and then it just starts wiggling around. And you're like, uh-oh. That has a thing. I don't know how I feel about that versus the one to the very left of it.
Don't look, bro. I don't, that's scary. It's on a cloud. It just floats around.
This lady's just like, screw it, man. They screwed me over anyways.
All right. Well, one thing I just realized is like, so
Yeah, go through your notes or whatever.
yeah, this is the last thing. And one thing I realized is, like, about them building the world and revisiting the regions, they kind of finished revisiting them already. So in Pokemon Sword and Shield, they revisited the Kanto birds and the Reggies. Mm-hmm. In Scarlet and Violet now, they're revisiting the Gen 2 Mans. In Legends Arceus, they made Enamorus, which revisits the Genies.
Oh, I do recall that.
And then in Scarlet and Violet, they made Verizon, which revisits the other Gen 5 Legends. So they just actually covered everything already.
Lightly covered. They kind of just play. It's more like kind of like paying a little homage to each.
But think, so what if they were to do a homage in X region? What would they do? So let's say we're talking about some Pokemon game. Let's say Gen 10. What legends could they even tackle? Because it can't be like the. It can't be the.
You're saying like maybe the three lake spirits and stuff.
So like, so Arceus made. Do you think Arceus made like another 3 maybe? That's the only thing left.
I was like, man, I'm gonna pull some more out of my behind. I'm like,
there's actually nothing left.
Yeah, there's just like no, but there's still some. There's still
not including like those single legendaries.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Those are the only ones that Mesprit, Uxie, and
because there's no trio in Gen 6. In Gen 7, there could be more Tapu still.
Oh, Tapu, Cuckoos, and those guys.
Okay, Tapus and Mesprits. Oh, Latios and Latios, true.
Yo. You know what would be the coolest thing? A third Latios.
Latios.
Like a Latios, and then like a third one. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's so cool the more I think about it. You see how Gardevoir and Gallade became Iron Valiant? What if a Latios and a Latios became like...
Shit, make an Iron one.
Like Iron like...
Jet.
That's what I was trying to think. Like, what would it be called? But what if that was it? Iron Jet. And you're just like... Yo, I just got chased by something that...
What the frick? Yo!
That broke the sound barrier. What? Talk about manifestation. Yo, Iron Jet.
And it's a play on its Mega Evolution too.
Shout out to whoever.
Shout out to R. Greywind.
Shout out the wrong guy.
Shout out to the wrong guy.
I almost shouted the wrong guy. That is so that's so cool how he's just called Iron Jet. Wow, I love that. Wait, Latios does have a mega form though, right?
They have the same mega.
Oh, I forgot that there's a mega form. You can't really ask for the mega form. Kind of defeats it.
It means like that means they've already been, in a sense, they've already been revisited.
They've been mega.
Wow, they did, yeah.
So it's really just as of Uxie and Mesprit,
and then the Tapus.
I think the Tapus have room to have some fun with.
Tapus, dude. You think they'd make more Tapus or just maybe give them like forms?
Maybe both. I think they could make like another one, but they could also make. You know how they just did it with Landorus? They just gave a 4th one.
Yeah.
I think they could make another Tapu.
Yeah, there's some good ideas.
Or that's not a bad thing either. Them having like modifications where they take animal forms.
Yes, like, it's like their spirit maybe.
Right now they look like guardian spirits for like their respective thing. But then
you mean this? That was pretty good.
Then they go to animal spirits.
So like
they go from guardian spirits to animal spirits.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So there's still some room, but we're so far away from any talk about a Gen 10. Did anyone start like trying to come up with where it could possibly be?
Australia, maybe like northern Africa. I don't know what they're saying.
Africa would be the craziest place to attempt to make a game.
I'm saying North Africa because that's right under Spain, right?
I feel like if you made a game in Africa, you would need almost like double the amount of Pokemon available. Like it just needs to be this like. Think about making a game in Africa. You would have to tell a person like, go on this like super excursion.
They'd have to make like 2 games on it because Japan has 4 games. They'd have to do like Africa this part and then you revisit another game and it's the Africa region again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I'm like, okay, imagine if you wanted to make a game in Canada. I'm like, okay, there's only so many animals you can do. Whenever you think of the idea of exploring Africa, I still think there's stuff in Africa we haven't even seen yet.
True, yeah.
So it just makes you think that if you were to go into like that region, you'd be like in some next. How far is Africa from Spain? Pretty far.
So this is Spain and all this is Africa. So like it's right beside. And
who cares about that? Look how small Paldea would be to Africa.
Yeah, I know. Yo, Africa's huge. But so like, Morocco, they could do Morocco.
Paldea is like the bathroom.
It is still.
It's Africa. It's a small little room.
Italy should be the next game. Italy.
Ooh, I said that so weirdly. I'm like,
no, you said it fine until you made me look at how you said it.
I genuinely think. But that'd be so cool. I keep thinking I'm clipping in the mic. I don't know if I'm like.
No, you're not. Oh, yo, Italy is the next man. He's right there.
Rome would be a incredible. Like, you don't think so? Like,
no, that would. But the thing is,
wrap up the cuisine and like the architecture and make it so that. Have you been to Italy? Where like I haven't been there, but like. You know I haven't been there.
Have you been to Italy?
He's like, I know you haven't been to Italy. I've been, but like you're talking about like you know the boats that go through the city. No.
Oh, the big bridge.
Yeah, you know how like a lot of the city you could go through like through a boat.
Yeah.
Via boat.
Yeah.
What if that's the scene? Like what if that's
sick. That's what's gonna happen. Pokemon. But this is the thing: if they do an Italian region, if they do an Italy Pokemon game, right? So Rome is in Italy, right? Can they finally like base legendaries off the Roman gods? Because I've been waiting for them to make legendaries like off the Greek gods, off the Egyptian gods.
But they've never done that with any other pantheon.
Yeah, but they start now. They're running.
Start now.
Yeah, they're running. Not that they're running ideas, but like the world is, they could do whatever they want.
No, that would be cool. Like if you just took like the top 4 noticeable.
What's the most notable Roman god?
Like Mars would be for
war.
Oh,
Mars. Yeah, Mars should be one of the cover legendaries.
Like Mars and. The Mars.
What the frick? Look, I told you my keyboard's messed, man. All right, it's fixed. What happened?
I'm just watching you. I'm watching you fight the keyboard.
Oh my goodness, I give up.
But Mars, Neptune, Pluto. I think Pluto is like Hades in Rome. No, that is not. That would be kind of cool.
This guy?
No. If you wouldn't go above, no, below there, maybe for a Greek Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like a Spartan horse type.
Yeah. So listen, I think it's Italy.
Italy would be a very cool thing. I don't know if you can get too much into the Roman god side of it, but you could probably play onto some lore, some mythology, and then create some Pokemon. Like I'll give you an example. If you're gonna play into Greek mythology, right? Let's say you go to Greece and you're going to make a Pokemon off Greece. Instead of tapping into the Pantheon, you tap into mythology. For example, you know what the Chimera is? Mm-hmm. Chimera's got like the tail of a snake. And it's got the head of a lion. You would build something off of that. You'd build something off of the Minotaur. You'd build something off of the... You see what I'm saying?
But you think they can't touch their gods because it's not nice?
Well, okay, how much easier it is to make a Minotaur legendary than to make Zeus a legendary?
But they could just base it off Zeus's lore. It's like some lightning bolt Pokemon.
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Did you think I meant like a standing man?
I was like, that's what I was saying from a design. No. How gaudy do you have to make them to?
So that's what has to. So with the neck, we know it now. Like it could be Australia, but it's far away anyway. It's gonna be Italy, or Morocco. I'm saying
Italy and Morocco would be 2 good places. I would actually look forward to Italy as a place. I think from like a cultural thing, it'd be cool. You know what's interesting about this stuff? They've done this in one.
Listen, how about Russia? That whole place. Yeah, what was interesting?
I don't know that much about.
I don't think anyone does.
Russia. Like, is there that much to?
I don't think people have been able to like see everything in Russia.
It's
right?
almost like if you guys said, let's explore Canada. I'm like, if you kind of go to the upper part of Canada, there's nothing there. It's only a small, like Canada's like most
All the snow
activities in a
people.
small area, right? So it's similar. It's like, but what we say about Italy,
You're saying something interesting about Italy.
I would be like
I put money. It's Italy. They try to go for visual like things looking so much different, right? So that whole boat
taking the boat. If that was like a travel way through like a part of like the main
That's
city,
it.
and you just kind of like check stuff, that'd be really really cool. And then, like I said, playing into, I don't know. There's so much you could do with. Oh, this is what I was trying to say earlier. Pokemon is taking like a different direction, and the other game that has done this is it's a bit of a different game, but Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed at one point they just made like franchise games, right? And then at some point they rebooted the whole thing, and it was just about what part of history, what region were we going to go to. So that's the excitement, right?
Yeah.
So for example, when they rebooted it, they started in Egypt. Excuse me. And then you're like, oh, you explored Egypt, and you're like, I can't wait for the next one. Then they go to Greece, and you're like, oh, this is awesome, and you're exploring the entirety of Greece. Then they go to Norway, and you're like, cool,
How
cool.
close is Norway?
Norway is
Pretty far.
Pretty far.
Yeah.
But it's cool because then you go, now you're like, oh, we're gonna do it with Norway, and when I'm playing the game, it's an icy area, you know what I mean, and stuff. And then now they're going to Baghdad, which is,
That's back near Greece, right?
I think so. I think it's I don't know. I forgot.
Is it United Emirates?
It might be not. I don't know. I'm
I
not
don't know what
entirely
Baghdad is.
sure.
Rogers on the Eminem song.
Baghdad. Where is it?
Bagpipes from Baghdad?
No, Baghdad is like a. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Is it in Iraq? I think it might be. But the point
it is, but I don't. I need to see this zoomed out to see where it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it. Bad geography skills, guys.
But it'd be nice if the maps like were readable.
Someone says he wants Australia.
No, they could, but like right now,
India,
F that.
Philippines.
All right, I got it.
Oh, what? Why not search up in Egypt? Egypt?
Okay, so look, I got it. So look, we got Spain here, France here, Italy here, so Morocco here. So if they go to Egypt, it's a bit far, but yo, they're definitely gonna make. I don't know what they're gonna
See,
do.
that's what I'm saying. I think Pokemon's now taking this like direction where like you have this like split interest. You're like, what's the new gen?
Yeah.
Where are we going next?
Yeah, I think they're gonna conquer this area though. You think they might move over to like?
That's crazy to go over to US.
They already did it once.
Where?
The Gen 5 game. That's New York, I think. I think it's literally just New
I don't know
York.
if New Yorkers are gonna be like, yeah, that's New York. It's definitely New York. Unova is not.
Yeah,
New
it's
York.
literally the state of New. Wait,
Unova is not New York.
maybe it's a couple states. Is Manhattan New York?
Dog, if somebody said,
Yeah, it is.
If somebody said, Unova was Toronto, would you agree with it?
That's
You'd be like,
weird.
what? New York is pretty much close to Toronto.
Oh, it's right beside us.
Yeah, we're literally just.
Oh, that's true. You know what happened right beside us.
We're just little big brother.
So look, there's the rivers. This might be like the Great Lakes too. That's what they.
Get out of here, man. New York.
Okay, no, I had a sick map open. Where did it
Someone
go?
said T, you camped out again.
That's the last one. I'm not coming back. Okay, so,
Yeah, someone said Unova barely feels like the U.S. I'm telling you, it doesn't.
yeah, it was their first time going outside of Japan, so I guess they did decent. I think at the time they just wanted to make like more foreign Pokemon game.
Canada confirmed. Anyways, yeah, I'd say Italy would be a great place. Italy would be a good place, and then then maybe Greece.
I know we're talking about different areas, but what if we visit a different time period? Someone said. I don't think they can really do that.
I don't know. In order for them to do that, they have to play around with the see. That's where it gets confusing because let's say you go too down the timeline, you may be meddling with
The established stuff.
the things that are established. Like I don't know, like okay, so for example, let's say you went down a timeline and it was 200 years before the school was built.
And
Now-
you think they make mistakes? Maybe
Now there might be rooms for holes, or you know what I mean. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
they don't
have
wanna
to
risk
think
that.
that through. But then my question is, you were saying earlier, we're assuming now Pokemon's like a leveled up. Can they think intricate enough? Because remember what I was saying? Are they getting lucky? Or are they calculated? Because if they're calculated, they'll know how to pull that off.
They're calculated, man.
So they should know how to pull that off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, they can pull it off. They can maybe pull it off in kind of the Assassin's Creed where like you're kind of experiencing something that happened in the past. Who knows? Too complicated for now.
There's a lot of interesting places that'd be cool for, like, honestly, like I'm looking at everything on the map right now. Italy would be cool. Poland would be cool. I don't know if you can make one United Kingdom, but United Kingdom.
Yeah,
is just,
all of this is Galar. I think Ireland too.
oh, okay, yeah. Denmark, we're getting towards thing.
Wait, no, not Ireland. Only Northern Ireland. So Ireland itself is still up.
See, that's cool because if like the Creed game that I played, right? Like you're basically in Denmark, United Kingdom, and Ireland. That's where you travel in and out of.
Oh shoot.
You're in Denmark, and then you kind of go to the UK, and then after you go to UK, you kind of go into Ireland, and you kind of just travel around. So that's cool. I want to see more traveling. You know, it'd be so cool if you could like, I really wish we could have went from like one region to another.
They're never gonna do that.
Man,
Yo, look how there's so many regions for Africa.
that's what I'm saying. How are you supposed to like?
They gotta do like more known ones like Kenya.
See, look what happens when you get into the Congo.
Why? Because it's giant?
Because I feel like that's the center of Earth.
It even says Dr. Congo.
Like, I feel like once you go in there, I feel like right there, that DR Congo spot.
Yeah.
I feel like right now there's like 100 species that we don't even know about.
Yeah, still. Okay, we're done. Closing thoughts, anything? You guys got any questions? Another Asian...
Let's respond to chats.
Yeah, send us some chats.
Let's see what some chats are saying, and then we'll like close it off.
Oh, they're the side Pokemon games. Or is based on Arizona. Bruh.
I don't know what Shining Chaos did, but this man is shining.
He's shining?
He's just at the top of the chat, just shining.
Yeah, my chat's like glitched or something. We'll just
Well,
allow
who
it.
cares? Shout out to let him have his time.
Yeah, let him keep it. Okay.
He sit on the throne for a bit. But then listen, man, we got to fight, man. We got to fight on. We got to. Nah, he has a problem with King Gambit. We got to fight.
Yeah, how could you call King Emperor? Like, what did you?
But let's see what they're saying in the comments.
All right,
too.
read some to me. I'm looking up like.
Chinese region with legendaries based off of the 10 famous swords of China would be sick. I like that idea.
All right, wait, the thing with China is.
Can we go to China without getting in trouble though?
I think China's a bit of an off limits place. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I'm
like,
worried.
do you know for this Pokemon game, as far as I know, China doesn't. I don't. Am I allowed to say this? China doesn't allow talk of time travel.
See that's the problem.
Just do what you got.
I
Listen.
literally want to talk about no. You know what's crazy? You mentioned that because when I saw the legendaries and like stuff, like there's so much. Even when like I wanted to research like the Pantheon and stuff, right? I'm so concerned about like saying the wrong thing about the Pantheon. It's not cancel.
Just get canceled, bro. I can't be scared of it.
It's not the cancel fear. It's just that I don't even
You're
know.
gonna send a hitman.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Like we could make fun of the Greek gods. And the Greek people are like, eh.
Oh, because they don't worship it anymore. Yeah.
Not even that they worship it, but they're a bit more like loose
Yeah.
to anything we talked about. I don't know if you can like touch mythology.
That's true.
I don't know.
But in China, like they don't allow talk of time travel. So when they translated the games there, it's not. There's nothing to do with time travel in those games.
Say what again?
In China,
Yeah.
in the Chinese copies of Scarlet and Violet, there's no talk about time travel
So.
because you're not allowed to talk about time travel there.
Oh.
So they changed the way the game, like the lore is.
Oh.
So I don't know if like China's that up for grabs.
I don't know if they could tinker around to it. I'm surprised that they made the legendaries and then
Yeah, I am too. Yeah.
and it's like it's working for them. Someone was like.
Oh,
Some-
true.
Someone was saying like as some others say Scandinavia.
Oh, Scandinavia?
Yeah, Scandinavia. He's like someone said he lives in Sweden. He would love if like Scandinavia would have one. Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, Vikings.
Oh, up there.
I'm so with you on that. That's exactly what I was saying. Like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, a little bit of Ireland. Like well, at least when I played Creed, like we went to like Ireland and stuff. We came back. That area, like imagine like a snowy. The entire game was like mostly like snow.
Yeah.
And it was so the best scenery is like snow, but then the sun sets.
So it's glowing.
So it's no the sun sets, so it's dark.
But it's still bright.
It's like bright, snowy, but it's like the scene's almost like you're almost traveling through the dark winter snow all the time.
Okay, yeah.
That kind of seemed to be cool. And then you taking a long boat.
What region is for this for?
Huh?
What region for?
Denmark, Norway.
Oh shoot. Okay. Because it's that up high, yeah.
Imagine taking like a long boat. That would be cool. I was just the guy's comment on Scandinavia. Scandinavia would be beautiful.
Yeah. Look what it says, yo. In the Chinese games, they made it imagination. They made the dream theory real, because they have to change the story.
What do you mean? As he details the online post, the story in China's version simplifies the origin of ancient and future Pokemon by attributing to imagination, or time paradox rather than time travel. In the original version, ancient and future Pokemon exist in the game because of Terra-powered devices that brought them from different timelines. According to some individual, the post's original author, China's ban on time travel-related media is the most likely reason for the change.
So because they can't talk about time travel, they made it literally like dream Pokemon.
Yeah, but okay, so in that case, is which is the real? Is it the ban?
No, they have a fake version of the story. Like this, it's not dream. Maybe it could turn out it is, but this is just their cover up.
This is just a cover up. So the real one is the time paradox.
Yeah, it's like the censored song. This is just what they get.
Yeah. So the real version is the future stuff, right? It's not imagination.
This is not true. All right, so tell me, do they talk about time travel in the Chinese games?
Yeah, you explain to us.
Someone said I'm in China.
Yeah, he's like, this is not true. Oh my God, I'm in China. I'm like, you need to explain it to me, buddy. Scandinavia, I'm here for it. I have a 400-hour file on like Creed. I've been playing around that whole region. Not so much as just everywhere around there.
Which one? The new one? Which Creed?
Creed Valhalla was the one. Like,
oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Mirage is
it's not out yet.
No, that's not out yet. What if it really is imagination? What would the plot twist for them be?
Bro, it'd be a cop out.
That's what I feel like.
That means why do we like invest our time into this if they're just made up? Yes, they do talk about time travel. Okay, but like in the games, do the games the games talk about time travel, you're saying? All right, bro, so we got some lying Redditors. This freaking there's no comments on this article?
Yo, I'm thinking about it more and more. Wouldn't Scandinavia be a pretty interesting spot for a game?
Would be.
No, because I'm not trying to group everything together, but like what the pantheons and stuff that you'd be pulling from would be what?
Norse gods.
Wouldn't that be cool though? Like the way you would try to like use elements of like Odin and and come on, like that.
It would be. I just like I want them to do it though. I don't want them to make a Norse region.
And then like think about it, like even if we think about like pantheon stuff, right? You know, there's giants and dragons. That's part of that whole thing. Giants and dragons, and like you could do something cool with
giants. You could introduce like the legendary trio of giants or something,
or even like a trinity of dragons, like real deal dragons.
Kalos already has Norse stuff. Nah, bro, they just kind of touched on it for a second. That ain't it, bro.
What's Norse?
Because Xerneas is the life tree, kind of some eagle.
Kind of, but like you have to think Xerneas, like that would be based off of like the 4 stags, right? And then,
I think it's one of the stags,
and then Yveltal would be based off of what, one of the ravens.
Yeah, and then Zygarde is like a serpent somewhere in the bushes.
Zygarde is supposed to represent the world serpent. It's not.
Oh, that. Is it the world serpent? Nah. They would make a proper world serpent.
That was the original kind of.
I mean, maybe if we had Pokemon Z, it would actually reveal a lot more Norse. So maybe if we wait for like Pokemon Legends Zygarde, it would like talk about Norse stuff.
But I don't think that covers Norse. I think it's just a deer, a raven bird, and the serpent.
You know what should happen? We should have a Scandinavia region, and there's common Xerneas and Yveltals. Like common versions, weaker.
Oh, like weaker down versions.
But there's like special ones in one special one in Kalos that's legendary.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's what has to happen.
Yeah, I think I'm like, I think we as a group right now, like as the fan people we want, like
we have Skull and Hadi and Galar.
We have Skull and Hati and what?
In Galar, he says.
When they eat the sun and moon.
That's not. Don't tell me Zacian and Zamazenta. There's no way, bro. Their theme is red and blue, cyan and magenta.
What up to Ireland?
These guys are not eating the sun and moon, bro. There's no way.
Pokemon Z was a miss unless they do a remake of Z. Yeah. Who is the gorilla? You talking to me?
Bro, I asked the same question. Nah, the monkey's ass.
Where?
In the book.
Oh, okay. That's the funniest thing. Who's the gorilla? You talking to me?
Nah, there's no way Zacian and Zamazenta are based off it, bro. They like the.
I don't think these Zacian and Zamazenta.
Nah, bro, they have nothing to do with. Their theme is literally just. They're based off a sword and shield, man. They're based off some knight crap from like King Arthur days.
Well, I would want them to go back to that region. I don't want the whole Norse thing to be closed off with just them putting out Zacian and Zamazenta.
Are you kidding me?
What is going on?
Someone said y'all better have a legendary based off this. Is this some like super like sacred thing? I think he's trolled me.
Traditional carved painted horse, originating Swedish province. What does a Dala horse symbolize? Considered a status symbol, a highly valued property in the Swedish household. Maybe.
He said the legendary for Scandinavia would be this. He's trolled me, I think.
It would have to be some like almost like small. It'd be like a shaman size. I wonder what other. Sword and Shield has so much unexplained stuff.
Wait, there's no ban on time travel. Like a year ago during Chinese New Year, a popular movie was a girl went back in time to meet her mother and help her mother and father get together. Okay, so there's no ban on time travel, but is the games changed?
So that's the question. Have they morphed the game because of not some political pressure? If they're just like, no, we don't have a problem with that.
Because apparently they can have movies with time travel. So let's see. What about Arctic Antarctic region? Bro,
possibly, but that would kind of overlap with
that would be a
whole
DLC
snow
area, bro. What are you gonna find there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What would make more sense is if you had to go to Antarctica, not because it's a region, but because you have to specifically go there, and they're like, there's a lab there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no other business to be in Antarctica, but like, oh, we have to go to that lab. The bad news is the lab is in Antarctica, and you have to go. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like something like
a secret lab.
You take a satellite camera and you see the lab, and you can never get there.
It has to be a DLC then.
Yeah, I don't think it's a full game.
Pokemon Aztec mythology.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Did you see the theory of the mask in the DLC hinting at terrestrial forms? Listen, I don't see no hints, man. Maybe the mask. Maybe they all wear the mask and something happens. The games are not changed. Ku just takes the hints. Something isn't right as everything is imagination. But that's not Ku who said that. That's a random Redditor.
Mm-hmm. Antarctica seems like a Pokemon Snap territory. When he goes to Pokemon Snap. But the space region. Someone's like, I want a spooky game. If you want to make a spooky game, you'd have to go to like a spooky place.
But what place is your spooky?
Yeah, spooky more like where there's like a lot more voodoo going on. I'm not gonna lie, there's enough voodoo going on in this game.
Is there?
Just with the four legendaries, you don't think that was enough voodoo going on?
That was voodoo. Yeah, the music
like
was sick.
A merchant that comes in. We didn't even get on that. I was gonna give you a whole 2-hour speech on that. That was literally the thing that made me so excited because I got into the whole mythology stuff. The 4 legendaries, how some merchant.
Yeah, no, we'll do that later. Yeah,
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
Hear me out. A space region. All right, I'm gonna put the outro music. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Spencer, the space region.
Yo, this seems pretty familiar, man. You ever hear this from somewhere?
I think somewhere.
It's so familiar for me. Last time you did this too.
No, I didn't do it last time.
You're so
I might have did it last time. I can't remember. What if I just had it playing from the start? We just sit here for 3 more minutes talking.
Oh, like what's supposed to say? Okay. You say something.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it cool. Bye, guys. If I change, then it drops. The mics turn off if I change.
Oh yeah. If you were to.
Yeah. Frick.
Bitch, I'm the man. Give me my spot on that throne. They didn't want me to grow. They didn't know. I would make all of them grow. I did it all on my own. Man, what was you? When I was trapped in my zone. Never had nothing to own. Now it's all good. All of that fronting is gone. I'm out here sunning for show.